That's
started.
doesn't seem right,
So
but
anything
maybe.
you say now is live for people to hear.
Latios is the cheapest one of all time.
Across all formats. Actually, no. It's Zapdos.
Oh shit, yeah.
Zapdos is alarming.
Zapdos is Super Zapdos.
Oh, Zapdos has literally never been, even in like Gen 2 or whatever, it's still trying to Thunder Parry you.
It has one job.
I mean,
it's really good at it.
There's also obviously there's contenders like Gen 4 Jirachi, shit like that.
Yeah, but that's only one gen. Zapdos does it every gen.
Sure.
Zapdos is a generational cheeser. No one's ever cheesed harder.
Although Loki Thunderous, who single-handedly managed to nerf paralysis.
Oh no, that's the cheapest shit in the world. No,
yeah,
that's it. That's the one.
But Thunderous got nerfed, so its usage dropped off.
I think being cheap enough that Nintendo looks at you and goes, "Oh, we need to nerf these things." That's a mistake. When Nintendo knows there's a problem, there's a problem.
Mechanic nerfed.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the case.
Right.
I feel like there are other ones that have done it. But
Anyway. Yeah, let's not be here until like.
Midnight.
Yeah. Okay, sorry.
But not too far past midnight. All right, hello, we're doing it again. So to draft allowances. I'm not gonna beat on a fucking bush.
Let me grab my headset so you don't have to deal with dog shit audio quality the whole time.
All right, let's get the real Brandon.
Let's get down to business.
We can just start off with the first team.
Who's Stab? Who's Stab and who's
Salvage is free terror.
Okay.
This is horrifying. I don't like this.
These are real Terra captains. How could this happen?
Look, you're gonna schedule a game with this person, and they're gonna answer you on the last day of the week, and then you're gonna ask them, okay, what time, and then they're gonna answer you at like 5 to midnight.
I think this is just an incredible balance team. Like, Rote and Wash provides a lot. Like, Defog, and Moltres Rotom.
Rapid Spin.
Donphan Rapid Spin, Foragers Rapid Spin. The threat of webs is always there with Ariados. Access to rock.
It was here to piss you off.
Our hazard setting is Donphan Foragers, so we clear our hazards and set them, but it means we have to bring like
definitely
Donphan.
One of those two is probably has to come any given week, but that's okay.
I think Ditto's fun because Fortress is pretty passive. Set up on it, I send in Ditto.
Yeah, like Ditto's an incredible counter sweeper.
Yeah.
Like he could do a lot of that regard. You just need to be careful.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about how like Ditto has like synergy with how dogshit passive Fortress is. That's huge.
Yeah.
Stab Terra Goldengo's just evil. As it turns out, I don't want to take Terra Steel.
Next, there's Terra Steel, make it rain. Yeah.
And Salamon's with Intimidate
obviously
gets to click
incredible.
D-Dance into a couple of mons, and now with Terra gets to click it twice.
Or honestly, like Moxie plus the extra coverage is really nice.
Yeah.
I really rate free Terra Salamence. I think it's a really good. I said it last time. It's a really, really, really good Terra captain. Inspired.
Any type
Mega Venusaur, like the bulk on this team is like crazy on mons that are like not actually very like all that passive. Like Rotom Wash, Golden Go, Mega Venusaur, Moltres, Donphan are all like you can't just sit in front of them for forever. Especially Mega Venusaur, that guy just lives every hit. Trying to figure out how to Oko a Mega Venusaur is impossible. Can't be done. And then it will
Oko Mega Venusaur and it killed itself.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like. We have a bunch of physical attackers don't like us, special attackers don't mind that much, honestly. Mega Venusaur's mainly our special like stopgap.
If I have one criticism, it's I think the offensive mons on this team are quite telegraphed. I think the only really like strong offensive mons that are like immediately threatening are Salamence and Iron Valiant, and I mean obviously Golden Go can be, but it's kind of in the weird in between spot. But like Salamence and Iron Valiant, like the two like most immediately threatening mons, and both of them also really want to set up.
Immediately threatening.
Golden Go is immediately very threatening. I will give it that. But also it kind of precludes it from being in like a bulky utility role, which is kind of a shame. Because I think part of the reason you want Golden Go is because it can do both things.
I mean, yeah, but I think I don't know that it always needs to be on this team. Yeah,
the mic sounds worse. I feel like
Amazing work.
Did you plug in something from like the 40s? This is what they used to talk between submarines.
It's the exact same one I used last time.
It sounds better
Alexander
now.
Graham Bell's personal
I
microphone.
think your internet was just dying.
Yeah, I think your internet wasn't having it good.
You know what? I don't actually have my laptop plugged into my Ethernet. Give me a second.
That would be
That would
helpful.
do that.
Okay.
But
Yeah, sure.
anything that screams at me here. Speed tiers are a bit weird. I think the gap between 100 and 116 is a bit awkward. But it's
Yeah.
nothing.
Quite a slow
It's not a
team.
big deal. I think we cover a lot of like tiers where people are like, oh, I have to bring it up to this speed. They
I
actually
mean,
need
Ditto is
investment.
fake as well. Like,
Ditto speed tier is also very fake.
Not
well,
really.
like
How much
if,
of the
if
lower
someone
hand?
has a super fast asshole to check our Valiant, boom.
Ditto really.
All right.
Ditto,
Well, if my
you say that, but Ditto really wants to be countering like setup.
Yeah.
Yeah, by bringing a scarf.
I don't really think he's wanting to be countering just on that is fast.
Yeah, 4
No.
out Valiant. Yeah, makes
No,
sense.
but you know what I mean. Like in the context of like all the numbers on the right, Ditto can be fucking anywhere, really, can't it? Like,
I mean, yeah, some of the speed tiers are absolved by like booster speed Valiant, getting it to jump on pretty much everything except faster scarfers, but it's more versatile than that. However, they're not like incredible speed tiers by any means.
I think there's a whole team. Like, I think the offense can be pretty. I think the setup could be credible. I think a lot of it is just this performs, and that's what you need. This is a team that always does well. And I think I picked it. It's not as top heavy as a lot of drafts. I think everyone on this team is pretty good.
Yeah, which I think is
I
a
really
safe to say.
don't know that I agree with that, but keep going. Cook.
It's not top heavy. Well, when I may say it's not top heavy, I mean more so.
There aren't free 1-point shipmons hanging out at the bottom.
Yeah, like
making
ones
the
that are
team
never gonna
look
come. I
confusing.
think everyone on this team is a thing you have to prep for in the builder, which is something that last time we didn't say. Every single mon I could see coming with some reliability. Which, although all the points are spread in like Valiant, Rotom Wash, Goldengo, Mega Venusaur, Salamence, and Moltres, right? Those are the big six.
Yeah.
Which you can argue. I think it is top heavy. And I wouldn't say it's relying on the top that much.
Well, you see, I was bringing this up in the context of this actually got brought up last time. Of that's not a real criticism.
I'm not really arguing this isn't a. I think this has builder pressure, a lot of builder pressure, because every week he could bring something
but I don't
different.
But to be honest with you, I don't think that's because of the fact that he could bring Donphan or Fortress this week.
No, of course not. I'm also mean. He could bring Donphan for this. Could bring.
You don't look
Ariados
at it
for
and immediately
webs.
write off free mons.
Yeah,
is
like
what you're saying.
I don't. They're not. These aren't bench warmers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we've seen some 7-mon drafts, and this is a real 10-mon draft.
Sure, I just don't think that being a 7-mon draft is something that is something you should even hold against a team.
I think if there are
think
really
this is
good
more of a-
7-mons, but I think it really depends on the 7-mons. Like I don't want to talk about this too much, but like the example I come back to is the team with like the Hydreigon from last one. Those 7-mons, I feel like if I walk into some weeks, I can write off like even 2 of those 7-mons because of how the team was built, and then it ends up being like an actual 5-mon draft where I already know, like I don't care about like the last slot, and I know what 5 of them are going to be, and I just hard prep counters for those because they're not versatile enough.
I'm not arguing that the 7-1 thing is bad. I'm arguing that the build pressure is good, right?
It is good to be able
Like,
to switch
this
things
is
up
a-
on people.
This is a strong team, and also there's a lot of switching up that could be done, right? I'm not decrementing other teams.
Agree with that. No, I just don't agree with that because, like, what is the switch? To be frank with you, if you're switching out the Mega Venusaur for a Donphan or a Fortress or whatever, that is not applying builder pressure. That is making me less scared.
It's more stuff like, do I want to commit to setup when you could have a Ditto? I need to have like stuff in plan for it. I also need to like potentially try not to get instantly swept by webs, like that kind of thing.
It's not,
I do agree that the Ditto is something you do actually have to think about in prep.
Yeah.
And,
I think Ariados as well is
more.
weirdly enough something that you do have to care about. just because webs are that polarizing for some teams, especially when a team is like this close to being fast but is actually kind of slow. Webs do like really make a difference.
They could switch up something like, they could not bring Road and Wash this week and bring like Fortress as hazard control or whatever. That's not applying pressure, because I would love for them to not bring the Road and Wash and bring Fortress instead.
I never argue. I'm not arguing that it's like I could bring Fortress instead of Road to Wash. I'm arguing they could have T-Spikes this week, and I have to be ready for that. They could have Webs this week, and I have to be ready for that.
Yeah, sure. That kind of thing.
That's more of the point I'm making, is that this team has 10 Mons, which all provide something which I actually have to prep for.
All right, sure.
Which is
I can go with that.
I'm not saying that being a 7-1 draft is bad. We've had a discussion, and I'm with you on that. I'm also saying that the 10 Mons here are 10 Mons here put something forward.
I get what you mean now.
Yeah.
I get what you mean now with like the T-Spikes thing or whatever, because I wasn't really thinking about it like that so much. I was just thinking, man, I please bring Donphan instead of Mega Venus, or I'm begging you, dude.
Yeah,
I know what you're saying. You probably are gonna bring like the same 5 Mons every week, right? Like Valiant, Rotom, Wash, Goldengo, Mega Venus, or Moltres.
Mm.
Like I know, Moltres or like Moltres Med, yeah, like. Those,
and then several Mons in that core have a lot they can do. Like Iron Val especially is the classic. Like
Val,
let's just do
Wash,
one.
Goldengo, Mega Venus, or Salamence will probably like the set team we braid that put together first, and then do some substitutes if it's required for the matchup that week. Like if some team falls to a single layer of T-Spikes, we have 2 Mons that can do that.
Sure.
It's malleable, I'd argue. This is a team that is quite malleable.
Fair enough.
Yeah. It's got like a strong core team, and it can slot in stuff if someone looks particularly weak to something or the other.
Really good.
Yeah, I think this is an incredible team. And
yeah.
Do we have? We don't have the prep doc or anything. Are there like any particular types or whatever that are a problem for this?
I could quickly put it in my own prep doc. I generally just, to create this, I throw in the team and then throw out the deck. Like throw in the team, throw it out, just get the.
No, I get it.
But I'm going to quickly open an ODL draft just to copy it in so we can have a quick look, because I don't know if Moody is like dead. Because Moody usually has already done this, and I rely on him to give me info.
Oh shit! The prep doc, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, the team doesn't have a dark type, so Ghost looks pretty strong into it. I think Ghost is an incredibly free click, actually.
Yeah, I was going to talk about Ghost a minute ago, but yeah, I'm with you there. Ghost being all right.
A strong, fast Ghost type is like probably an issue for this team. Like this team folds to like Spectria, except it kind of doesn't, because it also does have a Ditto.
Ditto's not exactly switching in on Spectria, but yeah.
No, something will die, and then you'll have a Spectria, and you go, okay, speed time me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't like Psychic very much because we don't have a Dark type.
But we do have 2 Steel types, which isn't too bad.
1 Steel type is not.
But man, like I said, I'm not prepping for the Fortress in terms of like, oh man, I have to figure out how to break this Fortress. Man, it's a Fortress.
Yeah.
It'll spread T waves, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Sure. But I'm not. Realistically, we have the 1.
Yeah. But I mean, if it looks that big of an issue in a week, we have 3 Terra Salamence. He can go Dark type. It's not even a bad Terra type for Salamence because he already resists like fighting normally. So like it's like not likely that someone's going to want to click like close combat into Salamence initially, especially because you probably have Intimidate or something. So Dark's like it's got you. There's value there.
Ghost is going to be free, as you said.
Yeah.
Flying is fine to click. Obviously, you do have Rotom Wash and
Goldengo
here,
and
but
Fortress.
Two of our own Mons are weak, very weak. Like they don't want to eat a Brave Bird.
Yeah, and
it's attractive.
Mons that get like flying with like decent coverage or whatever can definitely be problematic. But none of these are like deal-breaking issues or whatever. This draft's definitely very good.
Yeah, I agree.
I've got nothing. I'm looking at like the resistances right now. We just don't care about offensive types. Like we are neutral to resisting and 1 immunity, I guess, a Donphan to electric. We resist fighting. We do not care about the fighting type at all. We hate Euclid. We don't care about CC.
Yeah,
we don't care about poison, which is huge for Valiant because it means that There's lots of support.
Honestly, given that this team is, if this team is as strong against that as you said, like honestly, this Ditto for like a decent dark type might be nice. Or I don't know how many points Ditto is in this league, but like an okay dark type might be nice. But who knows? Maybe the dark types you can get for a Ditto are trash, so it's not even worth it.
I think for like setup control, I think Ditto's always fine.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not against it.
I think it
and
does
free
open
Terra
up
can
control.
like slot that in.
I actually will slightly go back on that. While we aren't like weak to electric particularly, the fact that our best immunity is Donphan does mean we could end up in like a Volt Switch blender pretty easily.
We do end up having to bring Donphan more often than we like, kind of thing.
Yeah.
That one also, Donphan is not a mon that likes taking special moves, so
That's also true.
even if it's a
It could
special attack with
guide
Volt
the
Switch
random
and any coverage, it just has to be neutral, which is not hard against a ground type.
Yeah.
Basically, if a good electric type is coming this week, we're either going, inshallah, they do not have a way to hit Mega Venusaur, or we are having to bring Donphan, which also feels bad.
Yeah. No, I feel like I feel like it's really good to pick an actually good ground type if you can.
Yeah. I mean,
A ground type, like I've been making this like ever since the Sceptile incident of the first like draft I was in, where my only fucking electric immunity was Mega Sceptile. I've really focused on bringing a ground type that I feel confident bringing every single week, if I have to.
Yeah. No, ground types, good grounds are pretty critical in draft.
Yeah, Donphan is not that guy, but yeah, that's a good good spot.
Yeah, I think this is. This team's great.
Mhm.
It's a good way to start it
Team is
off.
definitely good.
I really like it. I
I
think it's got a
can't
couple of.
believe how fat Mega Venusaur is. I remember when I brought when
Oh,
when I
it's
helped
Doesn't
Loopy
make
build for
sense.
Kieran.
It doesn't
I
make sense.
I helped Loopy build for Kieran. He brought Specs Kieran, and it just didn't Oko Mega Venusaur. Like
No.
it wasn't like it actually got walled.
If you do less than 50% to Mega Venusaur, you don't kill it. And you are in fact getting walled, and it's actually quite hard to hit that threshold.
Yeah, Max Spadev just shrugged off like you Dracoed into it. It did like 80 at Synthesis on the turn, and it was like, well, you can't do damage to it anymore.
Yeah, I was like, I have to crit or not, or realistically, it was there was also there was I don't know. I think I ended up not being able to break it in the actual game. But yeah, I was looking at some weird shit to try and do what needed to be done.
I think that's a good start. Oh, sorry.
Wick brings up a point that I think I brought up earlier, is that this team's hazard setting's bad.
That's true.
You have to bring bad monsters
to it. It's that the access to it is on bad, ones
yeah,
you don't want to bring often.
Yeah.
So you can probably get away with bringing like hazard weak bonds into this team that don't have boots or whatever, because frankly, if they're that desperate for it that they're bringing Fortress and Donphan, you're probably getting away with the steal anyway.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. I think that's why it's good to pick a ground type that you always want to bring, because for some reason every single ground type gets like Stealth Rocks or Spikes, one or the other, or both.
Well, not Zygarde, unfortunately, which
Yeah, I know. What a trash fucking Pokemon.
What a
Alright, then it comes the first one.
Yeah,
Anything more to say?
I don't really.
Also, I could like make a list of like what we think in the moment of each one, then we can come back.
If you could, that'd be really helpful.
Yeah.
You could just take some notes.
So what do we reckon for this? Like, at a glance, top of a strong Terra Captains.
I wouldn't start saying tiers yet, because obviously tiers are
Give
comparative.
it like an out of 10. Give it a rough like out of 10, maybe.
Yeah.
Like 8 out of 10. Do you
It's
reckon?
8. 8.
It's a low 8 or a strong 7.
Yeah, I wouldn't go any higher than 8. Definitely, I'd probably go like still go as a 7.5 to an 8. Definitely not any higher than 8, because there are a couple of weaknesses we did point out that are like those are real.
Yeah, they're noticeable. They will come up.
Yeah.
So yeah.
A lot of calcs will start getting real sad when you need spikes to get the Oko and you have to bring foragers.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Next one. Atlanta Dratini's.
Dratini's here! Shout outs. Great job.
Christ. I love Dratini.
I looked at the first like few mons and got my brains blown out the back of my skull.
Jeez.
Who's Free Terra? Who's Stab Terra?
Free Terra Volcanion, Stab Terra Mousehold. I don't know why we did that.
What? I guess we were attracted to the concept of the population bomb turbo goobening, but
I don't know why that's the stab terror captain. Yeah, I could not explain that one to you.
Of the guys that are probably allowed to stab terror here, it should probably have been Sneasler. But I understand like being extremely attracted to the concept of, well, if someone's normal type resists just don't look that good one week, maybe Mousehold does kill everyone.
Truthfully speaking with you, it doesn't matter how good their normal type resist looks. If they bring a rocky helmet, Mousehold's it's wraps for
on a bulky guy. Yeah, that's true.
So terror, the secret terror fix that it buffs up damage to base 60, right?
I don't think it works on multi. I'm not. I don't know why I'm saying I don't think it doesn't work on multi hits. It also doesn't work on priority moves, by the way. So the stab fake out thing doesn't work.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Just
still base 20.
Still base 20. I think if you beat this team, you might actually just be like, I don't know, like the best player ever. Like,
you might
to try and beat this, you'd have to be amazing.
That's true. It's true.
I heard this.
I've been looking into this.
But yeah, Mousehold's kind of a Mickey Terror Captain compared to Sneasler. I don't know why people are doing this. So like a lot of people are doing this across the league. Honestly, not picking the good guy who should always be coming to be your Terror Captain. But honestly, Volcanion. Go ahead.
Does it have to be Sneasler? Like you could put it on Glamora, and now you have to do
Glamora would be okay.
Super Stab Power Gem and Super Stab Sludge Wave. That second one's not as good.
Meteor Beam.
Yes, Meteor Beam.
Yeah, that's true. I'm definitely just attracted to the concept of the Sneasler getting the unburden off and then like close combating everyone with like that obviously looks really good. I am realizing this team has Pult and Sneasler, and it does not have Psychic Terrain, and that's tragic. That would tie this thing together so fucking well.
Yeah, we don't have priority.
Guys, can I be honest? I don't get why people think terrain's such a big deal, except for specifically Grassy.
I can explain this very succinctly. Dragapult is the fastest guy in the universe. Sneasler is the fastest guy in the universe and gets Unburden. And Psychic Terrain prevents priority. And Sneasler can then use a Psychic Seed to proc Unburden immediately.
I get why that one's good.
And it also specifically benefits most from Psychic Terrain because now you're the fastest mon ever and no one can use priority to stop you for a few turns.
Also, Grassy Terrain isn't even the best terrain. Misty and Psychic are both better.
I prefer Grassy.
That's true, but I mean,
that's because you like the bulkiest guys in the universe.
That's true.
No, that's true. No, I'm saying I know that it's good. I know those other terrains are good because people say it all the time. I just
not allowing people to like use priority against your like 142 base speed mon is very useful. I think who's is weak to Sucker Punch. But obviously we have a Mega Marwell, so maybe that's less attractive.
Terrain on this team specifically probably isn't incredible because, like, Glamora and stuff, whatever. Misty Terrain requires you to build into it probably more than any other type of terrain, but it's got the most powerful effect.
Yeah.
See, a Rillaboom on this team would actually be like.
Rillaboom would be incredible on this team.
Unfortunately, Rillaboom is gone and he's been taken. We'll get to him later.
Yeah,
Bulu would also be a good grab if you could grab that, or like an Indeedee or whatever.
But
certainly, the colossal fall off from this team after Volcanion needs to be studied.
Yeah, we took a lot of runs here, and I don't think they do anything.
I mean, Dread does stuff.
I mean, I don't love Psychic Terrain on the same team as Mega Mawile because Mega Mawile relies.
Yeah, I was saying this,
but
Psychic Terrain with Mega Marwiles, obviously. But I think I'd rather have Finny on this team than Mega Marwile, honestly. Just given how well it like ties together the synergies. Obviously Mega Marwile's incredible, but I just would love Psychic Terrain on this team more than I would love a Mega Marwile, I think.
I think I prefer having another shitter to shit out Brazilian damage, actually.
You say that like Finny. Sorry, not Tapu Finny. Tapu. Is it Tapu Lele? Tapu Lele. Yeah. I would rather Tapu Lele. Sorry. Tapu Lele also shits out a Brazilian damage and also gives a Psychic Terrain.
Frankly, I don't know that this team actually needs that. This team has an average Spadef stat, apart from exactly like Wobbuffet, of like 40.
Yeah, I was gonna say this team looks incredibly squishy. Like,
it's not a very bulky team.
Like Dragapult, not very bulky. Mega Morwell has good defense, but the HP is a steaming pile of dog shit, so it's actually not particularly bulky.
Kind of fake.
Sneasler's frail, Glamora's frail, Volcanion is bulky but has no reliable recovery, etc.
Yeah.
Zoroark's frail, Mousehold is frail, Wobbuffet isn't a real mon, and neither is Shedinja. Druddigon is bulky, but same problems. Like,
and Murkrow's very occasionally real, but like
give Druddigon roost.
Look, I'm saying don't get too mean about the Murkrow. That's our only source of recovery in the entire draft.
It's our only source of Perish Song, guys.
What are you talking about? It's our only whatever. Anyway,
it's our only roost
to point out.
More than that, it's also the only thing we have that is off the ground.
Right, so there are two things I want to bring up. One was, we only have Murkrow off the ground. The other was, we don't have a ground type.
Do we have an electric immunity?
We do. We have Volcanion.
We have Shedinja as our electric immunity.
No, we have
we have Volcanion.
We have Volcanion.
Yeah, every single week.
But being forced to Terra Ground every week is not good. As it turns out,
Terra
not
Ground.
a good thing.
I think we can pull up the first game played against Muse for this example.
We'll have to come as Terra Grass every week to have something that doesn't instantly fall to both ground and electric moves.
Yeah.
That does make sense. I mean, obviously, like, having like having a scuffed matchup chart like that is like a problem when like you have a league that is allowing free Terra, because when your Terras get predictable, you're kind of undermining the benefit of free Terra. Like you may as well be choose free Terra types, because this Volcanion's like only using 2.
It's probably coming as like grass, ground, or fairy.
And
and fairy just because fairy's crazy typing.
Yeah. But like ground is unbelievably good into this draft.
Yeah.
We had to get the Wobbuffet and the shit. Those are 1-point mons, right?
Yes.
You'll all feel so stupid when the 6 episodes arrive.
Shedinja Wonder Guard's just annoying.
It's annoying. Yeah, it gets fun text.
You have to prep for it.
Yeah, and
which is not hard for this team because like
my Zygarde with Rock Slide.
Our hazard removal is realistically Mousehold Glamora, so like a flying type with defog would be appreciated, I think.
I mean, Volcanion gets defog.
Yeah.
A flying type with defog would be appreciated.
A flying type would be appreciated.
Yeah, and I think Volcanion.
Wait, guys,
I would rather not have to bring defog on my free Terra Volcanion. Is kind of where I'm coming from. I feel like it's a waste to not have this Volcanion come offensively if I can.
I'm looking. The more I look at this team, the more I'm like, there's so much.
I don't like it.
I don't like this team at all.
It's so many good pieces with so many missed opportunities.
It has a bunch of good pieces. The speed tiers are really good. It has a bunch of good utility from Glamora being able, every hazard plus Mortal Spin. Pult gets T-Wave and Wisp because it's the most annoying mon ever. Defog from Volcanion or whatever. That's also a Whisper. And it does have a lot of pure power. Specs Volcanion, Insane Breaker. Mega Morwell, Insane Breaker. Sneasler, Great Sweeper.
Yeah, I do think this Sneasler's going to really struggle to get its it's really going to struggle to get it's going to have a hard time getting Unburden off, and it's going to have a really really hard time getting a Swords Dance off, which is when Sneasler's like really potent.
If this team ever loses momentum for a second, the game's over.
So you said a load of good pieces.
It has no concept.
I'm seeing 5, maybe 6 good pieces, and then the other 6.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
That's and they're really good pieces.
That's a team you can enter Showdown with.
The problem is that they're not good pieces. They're not pieces that synergize with each other very well.
Yeah, this is what I was saying about the Mawile. Like, there's so like it's so they're good mons in a vacuum, but they don't make a team. You know. So again, you get 5 transactions in this league. I'm sure it could be saved, but right now I think it's
5.
Apparently, you get 5. So yeah, I think this could be saved. It just. Yeah, you need to be brutal. Like, you need to look at this Zoroark and go, maybe I don't need this guy. You need to look at this.
I think.
Honestly, I think you need to look at this Druddigon and go, I probably can't afford. This Druddigon is a luxury that I don't think this team can afford. because it needs to fill out roles, and this Druddigan's.
Well, I mean, we've got
double dipping into some
already. We've got status already. Yeah,
we've got a dragon type.
I don't know what Dragon's providing. Like, I guess it provides Mold Breaker, Stealth Rock, and Glare. But
Dragon Tail.
But you've already got ways to paralyze things. So why do we need the Druddigan?
It doesn't seem that pointful.
Yeah, I think we just looked at the point tier of the points available, and we saw Druddigan, and we were like, well, this is the best guy in the tier, so I'll take this guy. But yeah, I think more care needs to be taken towards filling out roles in this team, and like important like resistances and stuff.
I think this is a 4.
Yeah,
I don't like.
This is a below average. It's not that far below average. Like a 5.
You can win.
Yeah, you
can win.
Well, I mean,
basically every draft you can win with, then none of them are that bad.
Yeah.
For me, it's hard to call a draft that has Dragapult, Megamorph, Sneasler bad. You know.
Glamora of Free Terra Volcanion. Yeah, I agree. I think all those first 5 are like that's almost a good team.
You can just muscle your way through games with this thing.
It could happen, but I do think if someone's like well prepared for it, like and they're like with a mind towards exploiting these weaknesses.
This is a very me core draft.
It actually super is.
Complete with the absolute like lack of regard for ground types.
No, exactly. Well, because you're all gonna feel stupid as shit when I put my 6 air balloons. Like you're all gonna feel dumb as hell.
It's so true. And they pop the air balloon. That's unburdened for the Sneasler, baby. You fool.
Exactly. Because you know what? You all know me, and you know that one week I might do it, and that's really the danger of it. You know it might happen.
You don't want to be the guy.
That's our second E2 switch in here.
To be fair, Liam, you did have the Tapu Lele with the Sneasler.
You did.
Well, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. But, that's
did have a real defensive backbone.
Yeah. I also had the Glamora too, which is funny, because Glamora was actually my least favourite part of the entire draft, probably. Glamora didn't do
makes a lot of sense.
It didn't really do much.
I mean, it's like I was saying, this team, you can definitely just muscle through some stuff, but if somebody ever just, like this team has no ability to get back momentum when it loses it, short of just dying and sending something new out.
Yeah. We'd have to be choosing our least favorite guy a lot of the time.
Yeah, and if we just choose not to kill the thing in front of us, then...
So if you end up bringing, like, a good Sneasler check and it comes out on the Sneasler, well, you're shit out of luck now.
Yeah, goodbye, Sneasler.
Sneasler just has to die for something else to come in.
More specifically, it might just be that someone gets to set up in front of the Sneasler.
I don't know about that one.
Which at that point, we're like...
No, that's totally possible.
I mean,
this type sets up in front of that shit.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was going to say. It's at the end of the day, Sneasler can always has access to normal gem fake out and stuff like this, which is like, go and go. Yeah. But if they've got a good ghost type, it might be Rapids.
Dude, actually, you know who runs the gimmick on this draft? Gliscor.
We'll get to that draft. Some guy.
Some bum
actually does do it just like
Gliscor looks
Brazilian
and it
numbers.
goes between every single mod, and they have to bring like Shedinja to check it.
Save me, Volcanion! Save me, Volcanion! Anyway, I think let's move on. I think we're on that.
Petulant
This is an
according to
awesome
me,
logo.
no Petulant, not a single Petulant inside.
And where is Palkia? They didn't even draft Palkia. Come on, we're not even trying. Oh my god, these Terra Captains are insane.
Jesus
I never seen Kieran
Guys, remember
so
when I was
happy.
saying about
So
Latios
happy,
being
bro. This is the happiest I've ever been seeing Terra Captains. 2 in a row,
We
which
picked-
are good. Like two
picked-
separated.
Diplin's here. Oh my god, it even has a Diplin.
God, my draft has Diplin.
What is this biblically accurate gouging fire on the logo?
It's so real. Ground type we can bring every week. Check. Strong access to rocks. Check. More than one steel type. Check. With like a few like overlapping weaknesses because of Orpheum's incredible abilities. I like this. I need to look at it closer, but
speed tier
Unawaremon, Bulky Water type.
You've got the 145 like Giga speed tier. Admittedly, Mega Beedrill is not exactly the greatest mon in the world, but it can do things.
Where'd they find
And
the
Darkrai,
points?
Latios, Iron Treads. Well, because quite frankly, it has a Togetic, a Diplin, a Magmortar on it.
Yeah.
If we're entirely honest, Mimikyu's not all that.
And it has a Mimikyu too, yeah.
The Mimikyu is like one of the most useful like Swiss Army knife random shit mons. Like,
oh no, I 100% agree.
Isn't all that either. Mega Beetle is a low point mon.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's just they're just threatening low point mons, which is I think what's important. You have to pick if you're picking low point mons out, like they have to do things.
They have to be scary.
Most of these guys do things. I think Togetic is kind of a piece of shit, but it's fine because I'm sure it does something for us.
I'm sure. I'm so sure.
I'm so sure it does something for us.
What does it even
do? Right.
It can kill a 40% Gigalith that isn't Spadef invested, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
Hazard control's good. Momentum's pretty good.
I was thinking
Shoutouts to Magmortar's incredible momentum. You know that shit gets teleport?
Huge.
What?
Sure.
I know, right?
What the hell? Sure.
Let me just do my quick check whenever I look at a draft and I'm like, this looks really good. I need. Can this kill like non-grounded steel types? Yeah, I think it can. Latios does so much. Hooper Unbound will delete things for you.
Yes.
Again, you remember when I said that Latios
I'm
was
sorry, person.
Yeah.
You are going to explode.
Actually,
as Wicket said, you look at the mon with less than 80 base speed, it's gone. I don't need to think about it.
Mons that got entire like gimmicks like nerfed or like mechanics. Latios got gems like reduced to rubble.
Snapped out of time.
No, it was entirely Latios Dragon Gem, Draco Meteor, and doubles.
That's really funny.
Yeah. There's a few things that got it. Yeah, Latios Dragon Gem and doubles was one of the cheap. That was true cheap bullshit. Gems as a
If you think about it,
not
Terra Dragon Draco Meteor is going to destroy someone's draft one day.
Hey, it's pre-Z move. It's pre-Z move. We figured it out by then, and we realized we didn't figure it out and got rid of it.
Move, yeah.
I think Latios is a really inspired like stab Terra Captain generally, just because it's like it wants to be clicking stab moves anyway because of what's it called, Soul Dew or whatever the fuck it's called. Yeah. Which is funny. It's like it's like a mon built to be a stab Terra Captain.
Pretty much. Hooper Unbound crazy free Terra Captain has 9 million base stats.
Mm-hmm. This will hit any guy you want on any side you want. Don't even worry about it.
And it will fucking die.
It will kill it. If there's one guy that looks like a problem,
week, it is the glue that fills that hole.
It has enough hands to put you in like 3 submissions at once.
I think we've got some pretty awesome Shedtail abusers as well, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, Shedtail's legal.
Into Nasty Plot Darkrai. That sounds.
Wait,
really
Shedtail's legal.
Actually,
this is the best draft ever. I was unaware of this.
Yeah.
This is the best draft ever.
That sounds really cool to have to plan for and prep. And Shedtail's definitely not a completely nonsense move.
I want to see someone get. Like put in the blender by a Shedtail into Mimikyu. I'm immune on the first turn. You break it on the third turn, then you have to break my other Shedtail that I have on the next turn. You have to break my disguise.
Sash.
Well, Focus Sash on Mimikyu doesn't do anything, but
it doesn't work anymore.
Unless you have unless you run the move that every Mimikyu runs, which is like Drain Punch for coverage. But yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go. But yeah, that Mimikyu could do something really funny.
It's definitely not the best abuser on the team.
No, but it's a very funny one.
It's not even like the 3rd best. It's like the 4th best at best.
1, 2.
Dude, honestly, Mega Beedrill behind a sub, I'm going to throw up.
You know what? Probably 5th best, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good things behind this shit. A lot of great Shedtail users, it turns out.
Honestly, even this Dondozo behind a Shedtail is annoying as hell.
So, are there any particular criticisms I've got? The hazard control is very good, which is important if we're planning on bringing Mega Beedrill more than like once in a blue moon. Our draft, we have bulky things, but their ability to recover isn't great. Like
when you say this hazard control is really good, you're talking about exactly Iron Treads, right?
Latios as well.
No, Latios get defog.
Latios does get defog, but I don't really want to be doing it all that often. But
when on a team with a Darkrai, sometimes the Latios doesn't need to.
That's fair.
So sometimes it just doesn't need to be doing all that.
Admittedly, for utility Latios, I prefer Mega Lati. I showed Moon the light of that one time.
It's really funny. Mega Latias though is funnier.
Yeah, that thing's got like 160 Spadef or something, right?
Yeah. My new Chansey. Friendship ended.
But,
it doesn't have 250 HP, but yeah.
Can definitely come as a utility mon. Or it doesn't even need to be utility. It could just be like boost offensive and have defog on it.
Yeah, which is fair. Yeah, that's fair.
So
I do think I'd like a defogger that's like
over-exaggeration,
actually dedicated defensively.
Really good as an over-exaggeration, because in my mind I'm imagining Mega Latios doing this bullshit. But it's definitely not bad hazard control.
No.
We do have a very reliable spinner, and we do still have that option of defog.
Yeah.
And technically a Togetic, I guess.
And our team isn't actually particularly hazard weak outside of the Mega Beedrill. They don't love it. None of them.
Most of these guys like either resist or are neutral.
Man, if a mon loved hazard, would be back in like Gen 3, where you just bring fucking Superman. All those mons love you spending turns putting spikes for no reason. But we live in a land of stealth rocks, and even mons that like resist it don't appreciate it over the course of a game.
Okay.
But yeah, I think we agree. This is like a strong team, lots of immediate pressure, lots of setup.
Yeah, this
good
is
abusers of the most an abuser of the most silly thing that has been allowed in this draft league. Yeah, very cool.
This is a couple of the silliest things. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it.
Yeah, it's abusing two of the silliest things. Free terror on guys like Hooper Unbound and Shed Tail.
And it's good as it. Yeah, I have my doubts about this team's ability to actually go the distance, but I also don't think it needs to or is trying to.
No, this will not be going the distance.
If a team puts forward that it could go the distance, he's just gonna beat it. He's just gonna deck it in the face. This is Mike Tyson.
Nice Spadef mod, idiot. Luster Purge, Spadef drop, die.
Nice Spadefmon. Unfortunately, my Hooper Unbound was actually physical this week.
I landed Hyperspace Fury, idiot.
Yeah.
Hell of these. I call these the guess in team builder mons. Guess for set, parentheses in team builder.
Yeah,
guess game in team builder.
Anyway. Yeah.
Ghost is pretty bad for this team. Ghost type
What's
is a
bad?
free click. Very free ghost click into this team.
I'm bringing AV Terror Dark Hooper every week. Click that shit. I'm
so serious. I might have AV Treads. I don't care.
Whatever. There's obviously things you could bring against it. It's just that it's a relatively free click compared to any other move. Because I look at this. This list is like, this is not a good one.
Hard switching Darkrai into moves most of the time.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But you definitely can do it sometimes. You definitely can just go hard Darkrai on a Ghost type at least a couple times if you want.
Trying to abuse that for a setup, but it depends. Yeah, like when my criticism is sometimes the Ghost type will click the it's always special. I lost my item and Poltergeist doesn't work anymore. Maybe we don't care. Maybe these high Spadefs I'm seeing don't really care.
Do you want to give this a number?
9.
I think 9. 9 seems right.
It's not a perfect draft, but it's by far
the
closest.
This is one of them. I would hate this. I would hate to play this. I'd be like, Shed Tail into Terra Captain Latios, I shoot the computer. Shed Tail into Darkrai, I shoot the computer.
Let's be clear, you could get rid of everything on this draft other than Orthworm and Dondozo, and I would not want to play that week. I'd want to go to the next week. I'd say, GG, you got my ass.
I'm
gonna stay in her throat. Agatha, she be doing the most. No, that's true.
Alright, anyway.
The New York Conks Elder, once again.
I hate this.
What do they mean by this?
This scares me.
Speed tiers aren't great.
Yeah, Lifeheart's not a real speed tier.
Speed tiers are actually quite bad. Capping out. Yes. The Seismic Toss is banned, I think.
Yes,
Seismic Toss.
Oh. Okay. Okay, just checking. Just double checking.
Also, our Psychic Resists are non-existent.
Yeah, they're fake.
Yeah.
Psychic Resists are non-existent. So are Ghost. Well, to be fair, we have Mega Kangaskhan.
Yeah, Mega Kangaskhan's chilling. But yeah, this team's like, this team's struggling when fucking Latias pulls up.
This is when Stealth Rocks get put up.
Yeah, I'll say Stealth Rocks go fucking crazy here. I'm looking at this. I'm like,
yeah, I immediately pulled the type matchup. I think you did as well, Moody. When
yep,
Rocks,
I see one resist.
I see one, and it's Annihilate, but Mads is not healing. That
Yeah, I
joke
can-
is not doing enough.
Of Boots pussies. That's
You,
incredible.
I could see like Boots Lando with defog coming a lot,
Okay, but
which is obviously not how you want to be.
another important point: our only resists of knockoff are Lipard and Dashburn.
Oh, like dark resists on this team are also nothing.
Yeah.
Well, Mega Kangaskhan is effectively a knockoff resist, but it's not a dark resist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this team doesn't want to see Latias. This team doesn't want to see Darkrai. It's if that would be curious if there was a matchup that would this draft would struggle with.
The draft literally is lead swept by Darkrai, but we'll burn that bridge when we get to it.
Yeah.
There's some positive points. I really like Stab Terra Gouging Fire and Free Terra Thunderous. I think those are
that's awesome.
Fucking scary.
If I said what I wanted to say about this, Moon would get banned, so I can't.
I also think that defensively, Tangrowth for Lomomola Pecharunt is a real pain in the ass. Yeah.
This is a Satan.
Some of Satan's greatest soldiers.
Plus, they started clicking the moves I don't resist.
Those mons have a collective average Bdef stat of 75.
Yeah, that's true. It would be nicer if this was like a Lomomola or Tangrowth plus like Glow King, like a especially defensive regenerator guy, but there aren't many of those. So I feel like we might be bringing like Assault Vest to Lomomola a lot.
There's definitely
if we want to try and do that.
Physical bulk, but yeah, we're gonna have to bring like AV Mole, AV Tangrowth very often.
Yeah.
Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Those mons don't hate it, but it does make us more weak to hazards.
And it makes us weaker to the knockoff that we don't like anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I can't get over those speed tiers. Thunderous is basically super glued to a scarf every week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are really bad speed tiers.
Speed tiers are really not good.
Having 2 at 91 as well, knowing if I outspeed like Bandurus, I outspeed Gouging Fire. It's not looking good.
Some of these people are allergic to a real steel type.
Alolan Sanchez is there, I guess. Hazard removal's fine, but Thunderous doesn't want to be doing it. Landorus can. But Landorus
again,
also wants to do other things. He wants to knock off, he wants to set up rocks, he wants to U-turn.
Yeah.
He wants to
He's
have
a busy boy.
Earthquake on his set, so he's not using that ground type. He's busy, yeah.
I think we just got big and greedy for the for like seeing a lot of stuff left on the board and didn't fill out our roles because of it. Because I understand you see Annihilate still on the board and you're like, well, someone has to pick Annihilate. May as well be me, but that's come at the
exactly
detriment.
what I did DDL3.
Yeah, it's come at the detriment of a lot of important roles that this team just doesn't have.
I will go to bat for Pecharunt parting shot, enabling quite a few guys here.
Oh, I love Pecharunt. But I don't think this draft could afford Pecharunt and Annihilate.
Yeah, no, certainly not. But I think Pecharunt is unlocking a few guys to get a turn of setup in, right? To its credit, I think Pecharunt is pretty nice, but
yeah, no, I love Pecharunt.
A few of these guys need to fuck off.
I also think that my other reason why I don't think we need this Annihilate Ball that much is that this team has Landorus, Gouging Fire, Mega Kangaskhan. We're good for physical. We're good for physical threats.
Yeah,
we don't need to. We don't need the Annihilate. It's not necessary on this team.
Mega Kangaskhan is here. We're good.
Yeah. You can go home.
Ben Simmons is here.
Yeah, if this I'm trying to think if this Annihilate was I don't know Skarmory or Corviknight or something like that.
If this Annihilate was I don't know, a dark type. I'm looking at Prankster right now and I'm thinking Prankster Thunderwaves.
Hey,
my whole team.
Okay, if it was what's that thing called?
Psychic types just in general are ruined.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking. That's why I was thinking a steel type of some a steel type that isn't a Alolan Sandslash. But honestly, maybe what's it called?
Sharp.
No, the dark bird.
You know what else is ruining this
team?
Mandibuzz. Mandibuzz would be nice.
You know what else is ruining this team?
Hmm.
When it gets a Draco dropped on it into its 0 fairy types and 0 steel types.
Hey, Daxpon's right there.
Yeah,
my fault, bro.
Okay, the more I've looked, the more both these that get brought up that I've overlooked. This team seems to just
You need a real steel type. This is like not negotiable in draft. You need a real steel type. Alolan Sandslash is not cutting it.
You would also really appreciate a real dark type.
Yes. Yeah, you can't just go, oh, it's fine, I'll finish off with Liepard Darksburn, that's okay. It's not okay. You do better.
Just because the type matchup looks better doesn't mean the type matchup got better.
Is better. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just because the sheet looks better. Yeah. Again, don't be so greedy for Annihilate.
Have a hit you in the face really hard side to it with Thunderous and Landorus both having 9 millions base attack stats or base attacking stats. Mega Kangaskhan can do a lot even at its alright speed tier. Gouging Fire is a very strong setup threat at all times, and also like
we've all seen the GIF.
Banded like Raging Fit, yeah,
we've all seen the GIF.
And even just coming like Banded or whatever, it's very strong.
And it's so close to having enough facilitators to make that happen with Petulant, Tangrowth, or Lomomola. It just needs like a defensive thing to pivot into, so that you can pivot into the Gouging Fire on like Draco Meteor and stuff.
Also makes this team shoot itself in the head.
Yeah, Ice does not look good for this team.
Yeah, you need a steel type. It's not negotiable.
Like I promise you, Alolan Sandslash will not cut it. As a fairy type, as a dark type, Liepard will not cut it.
Yeah,
you have not actually improved your type matchups.
Yeah, Liepard, Darksburn, Alolan Sandslash, Annihilate, pack your bags. Registeel is arriving. Heatran's arriving, sure. Yeah, any of those kinds of things.
Team needs a Heatran, though Heatran does also blow up like half of this team.
Yeah, I'm thinking like you get like Registeel, you get like Mandibuzz, and things look a lot nicer. Obviously that's no fairy type, but I can't imagine there's any fairy types left on the board.
I have noticed a very important problem. With this draft, a ground type, something that resists or is immune to Thunderous stabs and forces a Terror into something to try and hit it.
It gets Grass
Special defense, you're only looking for Thunderous. There is no other special.
Yeah. Oh no, I said that earlier. Like we picked up the Annihilate, but we don't need another physical threat. We could do with a.
Hey, Lando can be. Lando can be a special attacker.
That's true.
And that is like real.
Petrun's also. But again, a ground type, you can't hit it with Malignant. You can hit it with Malignant Chain, but yeah, you'll be Shadow Balling, which is still not fake, but yeah. Also, Petulant like is like a Petulant like. Okay, most ground types like that you're talking about like do kind of trend physical, which Petulant will eat an Earthquake. Weakness policy Petulant into Shadow Ball will probably pack it up.
Of course.
I was gonna say, I figured we were gonna get a Landorus form. Lando Y fits a lot better on this team than Lando T.
Yeah,
we don't need Intimidate. We already have Tangrowth, Lomomola, Petulant.
Yeah, what are we afraid of?
Brandon, we've seen negatives.
Could we possibly need?
Yeah, they'll start healing.
You want to start healing from the attacks on Molar and Tangrowth. Why do if we have Lando T, why do we need Tangrowth?
I was gonna say like
we want double regenerator.
To, like all the trade ideas of like mods you want to bring in. It doesn't fix the speed tier issue. I think you can fix one, but not the other.
No, you're too deep in to fix everything. And I think the matchup chart is so much easier to fix than the speed. So let's just fix the matchup chart.
Yeah.
Because this isn't built to be like a hyper offense team. It's got Tangrowth for Lomomola. Like we're not fixing this to fix these speed tiers.
No, this is specifically built so that eventually Gouging Fire sets up and wins.
Yeah, but I don't think that's true currently, because I think right now someone just pivots in between like their special dragon type, the Clix Draco Meteor. They just pivot in and out of that, and they claim a kill every single time.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not.
Latios clicks it and then flips out into Mega Beedrill. Mega Beedrill clicks U-turn for 50
Yeah, it's crazy how this person has to play like 7 weeks of that exact team. That's insane. But yeah,
should we think this is better or what? Oh my god, why is it fighting with me? Like better? Why is it fighting with me? What?
Why do you struggle with PowerPoint so much?
It's just the Google Slides. Do you think it's better or worse than this team?
Then which
team?
Whoa.
That's
Sorry, what was that? Sorry, between that logo I just saw in the name, I think I just got cursed.
Hold on.
The Conks versus the Dratinis. It's definitely better than the Dratinis.
I think it's like a 5, right?
Yeah, I'm happy to say 5. Yeah. Just using the Dratini, just saying it's like better than the Dratinis, but like again, it needs
Wait,
work.
What did we call the Dratini?
A 4.
Yeah.
Called that 4. I'd also be happy to move the Dratinis down to a 3 so this can be a 4.
Yeah, I think
Honestly,
maybe do
yeah.
that. Yeah, change it to a 3, but it's a 4.
Mm.
An average. This is a below average draft because the problems are really
They're pronounced.
Yeah, and they're not offset well enough by the
strengths.
You would have to work miracles with what's left on the board to like not save, but like
improve.
Pick this up
to balance this out. To cover the holes.
All right, Curse of Ra.
Here we go. Holy shit! Right.
This is some esoteric bullshit.
This guy plays quite funny. As we saw in the game, was it yesterday with like the fucking Rocky helmet, full bulk Victini shit?
I didn't catch that. I haven't watched that game back.
It's a funny game.
That game.
It's a really funny game.
I saw some of this. Okay, Moon, you told me nothing else on this team really wants to be a free Terra captain, right? This Honchkrow is the free Terra captain, right?
Yeah.
There's a Noivern on this team.
Oh, I thought Noivern was worth more. Yeah, Noivern should probably be free. Low key.
First.
No, we can't make it stab Terra because Victini can't stab. Yeah, you should probably make Noivern free Terra so we can click Boom Burst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably should.
Or even low key, you could make Blissey free Terra, and now Blissey becomes the most annoying special wall on this team forever. All your answers to Blissey are gone.
Put it on low ski on the low.
You actually just cannot bring a special attacker into this team if that is free Terra captain.
Yeah.
It's just not worth it.
But it isn't, so we'll just ignore it.
Also, I'd rather Probopass be my Terra captain than the Honchkrow.
I disagree with that.
Alright, getting a bit too much dip on your chip now.
Yeah.
I don't respect Honchkrow, and I think Probopass at the very least has a role it can fill.
The future first ballot Hall of Famer in low tier draft.
That's fair enough.
Honchkrow could have done it. He could have done it.
He could have done it. He could have been that guy. Black glasses. He maybe did it.
Best item in the world.
This is a team with physical threats on this team. Mega Diancie, Rillaboom, Victini.
I like Mega Diancie was the first one you popped up because Mega Diancie is way better as a special attacker. But
I just read that. No, I'm just reading I'm just going through the rows. And I'm like, well, Mega Diancie is also a physical threat. It does objectively get Diamond Storm.
It gets Diamond Storm. It gets Play Rough. It's just better as a special
and body
attacker.
press.
It is. I mean, my point was I was like looking at this team and I was thinking it leans very special, but also like because I was like also thinking like, well, Victini's got a lot of really broken special attacks it wants to be clicking as well.
Yeah.
But
he leans special, right? But that's good because it stole Blissey. It stole the one thing that can slow it down.
That's not the one thing that can slow it down. It still doesn't appreciate like a Florges.
That's still not the case, but it's a bunch of good special mons. Also, like
free assault vests.
To bring a team of full special attackers, yeah, you are opening yourself up to the assault vest assholes.
Yeah. And we are kind of doing that quite a bit because our hazards are like what? Mega
Probopass.
Queen, not that one.
Blissey as well.
Yeah. We got magic bounce as well.
Our hazard control is awful.
I don't know.
We got Noivern Defog. We got Mega Diancie bouncing them back.
Oh, Mega Diancie, I guess, but keep in mind sometimes Mega Diancie doesn't want to be. Sure, it can switch in on the Stealth Rock. It doesn't want to be in on the mod clicking it sometime.
No, it happens to be quite weak to the stab typings of most common rockers. This thing is ground weak and steel weak.
And also water weak for the water ground types that like clicking water moves.
Grassy terrain is actually doing quite a bit, making Diancie Nidoqueen not just fold to ground moves.
And Victini.
And Victini, yeah. Well, specifically to EQ, Headlong Rush guy is eating a feast into this team.
Honestly, boost the speed Tusk or whatever, just coming in heavy slam Headlong. It might be over.
Boost the speed Tusk bulk up once in the game, like basically as reps, but that's a problem for the future.
I think these speed tiers are a little bit mid, just because again we don't have. If we had free Terra Noivern, I would say this team's speed tiers are quite good. Because this Noivern is not threatening at all, this team's speed tiers are actively quite bad. Because Noivern's kind of fake.
It does need the power boost.
It does. In order for me to care that it's 120 free speed, it needs the Terra. Because even though this is a free Terra Honchkrow, I'm still not prepping for that guy. I don't give a fuck.
Man, I'll kill the Honchkrow somehow.
Is like not good.
Oh, yeah, that's also true.
This doesn't have many bulky physical mons. Like the ones that do exist are like they're either not that bulky, or they don't have reliable recovery, or both.
Power Path is not a real defensive piece.
This is why I'm saying
life of.
If his typing is dog shit, which is again, I think it would be a better candidate for the Terra role than this Honchkrow, because it's so much improved by it. Whereas Honchkrow is not that much improved by Terra. It's still not very good.
400%, it's still so dog shit. You might as well put it on Honchkrow. Yes, no, that's true.
No,
I'm with Brandon here about the defense.
No, we are talking like fractions of a percent. Like I'm not budging from it should go on Noivern.
So that's whatever. That's meaningless anyway. I like Keldeo.
Keldeo on this team is pretty good.
Particular. I actually, as a mon, I actually fucking hate Keldeo. I think that thing is lame as hell. But on the team, it's pretty good.
Discussion for later.
That guy, Keldeo looks like he got bullied in high school, and he deserved it.
Rotom is also such a mon that you pick because it makes your team builder type matchup chart look really good, but then you think about bringing it to a game and you want to shoot yourself.
Freeze dry, we shoot the computer.
Freeze dry, we shoot the computer. I mean, that's true. That's not even as true for this one as it is for the last one. Frankly, ice types in general shoot the computer. Keldeo isn't bulky enough to be coming in on ice hits.
We're not shooting the freeze dry. We are not shooting the computer. We're going Blissey. We don't care.
Oh yeah, right. Fair point. I forgot we have that one.
You forget if you mention a special move as a problem, Blissey's actually a resist.
Yeah, and we actually do also have Victini, which
is
a Victini.
Yeah.
But you don't want to switch it. You don't want to switch it in on bundle.
Sure.
Yeah, but we have Blissey for that, so it's fine.
Yeah, Blissey's chilling
until it's physical bundle.
And until it's physical bundle. Yeah. Then you look dumb as hell.
That's true. That's pretty true. That's true.
I've been looking into this.
That's pretty true. That's pretty true.
But yeah, where do we want to put this point value? What do we think?
5? I think this is a perfect 5, right?
I would want to say 6. I like it more than the last
6.
one.
I was leaning 6.
I don't think its weaknesses are as crazy as the last one.
But I like Stabterra Victini enough just as a mon. Regardless of how good it is or not, I just like it enough to give it a 6 anyway.
Smile. Zemu's allowed in this tier, in this draft.
No.
Okay.
No, or else when we go back to Dragapult 1 and giving it an 11 out of 10.
That's fair. Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Every other mon except the Dragapult, and that still would have gotten an 11.
Yeah. I kind of knew Zemus weren't allowed, but I had to mention it because I was like, oh, Z Celebrate Victini's awesome. I love that shit. Anyway,
we should allow that because I love him.
We should allow it because it's whimsical and fun.
I'm thinking about next time in our draft leagues allowing Z moves but only status moves, which would open Z Celebrate back up.
That's
What about Z in prison? We found that was too broken for the tier.
That was too broken. Yeah,
it's true.
It literally ruined all the fun.
Z would also
I want
to. Maybe we should not allow that one.
Actually, it wouldn't open Komodo up because Clangorous Soul Blaze isn't attacking.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the point. It allows Komodo to stay at his extremely reasonable 11-point tier where he should absolutely be. He's exactly an 11-point mon. I agree with this statement. This is signed by
Para Captain Komodo incoming.
Yep, that's fair. That's fair.
Komodo Patriots.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, yeah, I want to say 6.
Yeah, I'll accept 6. Next one.
Okay.
I'm not even going to try around that one. Santa Fe dollars. This guy didn't have a logo, so I had to just get a stock image.
Oh, okay, that's pretty good. You know,
I think this is his logo, right? Ooh, I like the Mons. Individually, I like all these Mons.
The two Terror captains are pretty good.
Where did the points go? I don't understand.
Now look a bit lower. Look a bit lower.
Oh, hang on.
Lower.
No, these.
We have ignore the second row. Skip straight to the third row.
Okay.
Okay, not ignore Arachnid Fortress.
I kind of don't understand. I think Celesteela is overpriced on this board, but that's a separate thing.
I agree.
Yeah. I think it's got like a legacy, right? Like it was really good in Sun and Moon draft, so it's like stayed really high up ever since.
I think it could be like a couple points lower and still be perfectly reasonable, but that's a separate shit.
I'm looking at these. I think these are all like Mons that I like and I would draft like individually. I'm trying to think about how they come together as a team because like all of these by themselves just look fairly good.
I think this is like you've got Intimidate, but this is a fairly like physically frail team, right?
I need.
It's got a Celesteela.
Right now, I need all of you, look me in the eyes and tell me that we are okay with Arachnid setting webs for Superior and Garm.
I didn't say all that.
I never said I was okay with this.
I think genuinely those 3 Pokemon alone being on the same team is enough where I go, this is a problem.
I never said all of that. I was actually about to bring up Free Terra Superior is not something that is fair to allow, I don't think.
No, I don't know why that's allowed. Like it's actually just unfair.
Yeah, no, you want to talk about people like missing opportunities of Terra Captain? This person saw what was up.
All I'm saying is this is the same shit as Volcarona, but Volcarona's Terra banned. This is my campaign to Terra ban Volcarona so I can pick it.
I mean, me personally, I would have stabbed Terra Garm and watched that Icicle Crash like actually destroy mountains and villages, but that's just me.
I don't really believe in the stab Terra Quavel.
I think it's a bit of a mid one, but also I will say if you see someone who's like not got particularly great resistances to water, I can see Stab Terra Water Aqua Step just cleaning up immediately.
Yeah.
Because that Quaquaval does snowball very quickly if it finds the right spot, and it'll find the right spot a bit quicker with Terra Water.
Yeah, I'm not saying I don't get it. It's just that I look at Garm and I'm like, well, that's just the strongest ice crash ever created.
Was Garm allowed?
Stab Terror?
We're gonna totally check that draft board.
Yeah,
I feel like they would.
I think Celesteela was allowed as a stab terror.
Yeah, Galarian Damanatans allowed as stab terror, and Celesteela as well.
Okay, well, I would rather Garm than Quaquaval, but I'd probably rather Quaquaval than Celesteela just because I'm greedy. I'm just a greedy piece of shit.
Why would I ever want to stop being a steel flying type?
That's the best type in the universe.
I was just saying, like we had like other like stab options, sort of thing.
No, Quaquaval's definitely better than Celesteela, but yeah, Garm is the most ignorant choice. I mean, Quaquaval's a greedy choice.
Does it really matter?
Because there's a black hole of a Superior, yeah.
Yeah, this is like
Terra Stella and win.
Stella.
Yeah, because it lower Terra Stella Terra Blast lowers your.
No, okay, Moon. Look at Superior's special attack stat.
It needs that plus 2. It's like base 75 or some shit, right?
Yeah, it's nothing. It not only does it need plus 2, but it appreciates hitting super effectively with coverage because its special attack stat is so like miserable that it's kind of trying to abuse the coverage.
Fuck, I've no money in it.
I don't know. I feel like neutral hit still mad strong.
Off 75? Hell no, it's not.
I mean, keep in mind every time you click Terra Stella Terra Blast, it increases your special attack stat because it lowers
by 1.
Yeah, because it's not that good. But like, you're gonna leave Storm, then start doing it. It's fine. I mean,
sure, it's definitely slower than Leaf Storm once into like, and then you're like Terra Fire and you're hitting Steel types with Fire Terra Blast. It's an option for sure if you think Superior is going to get like free reign to run around and you just want to click neutral hits into everything, but I feel like you definitely rather try and hit some coverage or something like that.
Sure.
Oftentimes, just because it's stronger. It just needs the extra power. But yeah, like Okay, so defensively, this team's like physically not that strong, but it does have a Celesteela. But obviously, Celesteela really appreciates being customizable and flexing either way. So having to come physically bulky every single week's kind of a pain.
Physical bulk, keep my Overcool gets Intimidate, and that can come as our physically bulky mon. It can't do it forever, but the fact that it gets Intimidate and can threaten back with defense
it does a lot.
is good.
Yeah, that's real.
Especially, we just don't care. We just don't care.
Removal is spin on Quaquaval, spin on Regieleki, defog on Florges. Does Celesteela get defog?
No, it doesn't. But Superior gets defog. He's just never bringing it.
Okay, that's not too bad. Our hazards are elite. Our hazards are insane.
Clodsire coming a lot.
Clodsire.
I think you also
Clodsire, Araquanid, Overquill, and does Celesteela get rocks?
No.
Please tell me it gets rocks.
Okay. Celesteela doesn't get as much as you think.
Okay, they're very good. They're still very good. It's an Ultra Beast, so it doesn't. Yeah, that makes sense.
I was gonna say, like, I think quite a few of the drafts we looked at so far, like, the hazard removal is primarily defog. Here's a team with webs and a contrary mon. Have fun with that.
Oh,
have fun with that one.
Oh no.
I don't like that.
Even
I really don't like that.
One.
I don't like that angle.
Take that away.
I do think Free Terra Superior is going to cheese more games than any other mon in this league.
I also think this is really funny. This is a team that can set webs against Cinderace and not care.
Yeah. please donate 1 speed to the cause.
Well, I mean, the plan. I actually had a plan for this for the guy who was in my league. In gold, I think there is also a guy with Free Terra Superior and webs.
Oh god.
I didn't end up playing him, but my plan was always, I don't care if the Superior is +1 speed. I wasn't planning on beating it by outspeeding it anyway.
I think
my plan was to put my head in my hands and hope it dies.
I put my fingers in my ears and go la 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 until the Superior shuts up.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a criticism for this, but I can't really find. I guess our fastest thing under the Regieleki being 113 is like kind of a problem, but we've got webs.
Power is bad.
I was going to say exactly what we said. Outside of exactly Galarian Darmanitan, which is just that, which is exploitable. Our breakers aren't.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it's like Garmin like specs Hisui and Zoroark, pretending to be Garm so that we break a physical mon.
Yeah,
but
that's not gonna
I'll
work
be right
that
back
much.
in a minute.
No, that's not reliable.
Like immediate power is not great, but there's so much ability to get turns. I think it generates a good few free turns, and also you do end up forcing switches because of the fact that it could set up on you, which is where the hazards get to come into play.
Yeah.
How's our momentum? It's
pretty good, honestly.
It's pretty good, yeah.
We got U-turn,
Volt switch, flip turn, baton pass, if that's allowed, and U-turn. Yeah, it's not too bad. That's not too bad. It's okay.
We have the evil Darmanitan U-turn as well.
And we have Hisui and Zoroark gets memento, right?
Yeah, that one's not. We're not doing that one.
We are doing that one because then we're sending in Superior. And we're setting the hell up.
That's true. I'm looking into the.
Or we're sending in Quaquaval and we're getting a Swords Dance.
Anything else I'm thinking here?
Well, I think this is a really strong team.
Status spreading's pretty good. Glare's the stupidest move to ever exist. Why did they give that to Mons? It's just not
poison.
normal.
No, I don't think there's that many criticisms you can really levy at this team. It's got 2 water immunities, which is funny.
It just depends how much we weigh up the loss that is no big immediate power, especially the special side.
Yeah. It's obviously it's not. I think this is a 9. I'd be happy to call this a 9.
The points I'm bringing up are remediable.
Yeah, they can be remedied. Yeah. Yes, you can play around them. I think honestly, I think no immediate power, and a kind of an underwhelming speed stat outside of Regieleki is like
underwhelming speed and underwhelming defense stat, which kind of pigeonholes.
Yeah, there are some problems, but at the same time, I have trouble giving any team that looks like this less than a 9 when it's also got Free Terra Superior.
Yeah.
It just looks so solid generally, and it just looks like it can win out of nowhere at any random opportunity.
Because it is free to, you have to pick 3 right at the start. You just pick for the matchup and.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And you're probably always bringing Quaquavel, so Quaquavel always has the option to tear it if the opportunity looks good for it, and then you could just randomly win there as well.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's just got a lot of opportunities to randomly win,
So,
which I don't want to play against, so I'm glad I'm not around for this. So
give it the
yeah.
9 and we're all good.
Give it the 9 and we move the heck on.
The notices. I'm noticing.
Now-
I'm just noticing.
And
I've seen this team in. I've seen this shit in OU.
hang on.
I haven't. It's too good.
No, pre-Shenpao ban. Pre-Shenpao ban.
Mega
Shenpao
Septile
Tusk.
Shed-tailing.
Galarians. Oh god.
Mega
I am
Septile
noticing.
sending Terrapagos.
Defog. We got 1 defogger, 1 spinner, right? Jellicent doesn't get defog, I'm pretty sure. So that's
Yeah, I don't think
it's
it's Defog either.
so it's Terrapagos,
Volbeat does.
Thunderous.
But, like,
Oh no,
Volbeat's
we
fake.
got 2 spinners. No, okay, our hazard removal's great. Our hazard setting is excellent.
Yeah.
We have Chempao, Tusk, Glowking, Terrapagos, Tinkaton, Thunderous, whatever.
We can spread the yellow magic. We have very good T-wave pressers. It's and like, I think that's nice when you have a Tusk. You can sort of go. I'm not forced to go booster speed to blow someone's head off. Watch this.
This is Stab Terra Tusk as well, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's very funny. Brandon, how do you feel about Stab Terra Tusk?
What? Why are you asking? What?
I feel like you're the #1 Tusk fan in this call. I want you to speak on Tusk.
I mean, shit's crazy. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know if it's actually particularly better than just Tusk in and of itself. It's good.
Yeah.
But
a lot of the reason Tusk is so good is that it doesn't need to be terroring to be effective.
Quite frankly, its stab types are crazy enough already.
Yeah.
But on a week where you want to bring offensive Tusk, Terror Ground Headlong, Terror Fight CC, yeah, shit's insane.
This team's just.
And then free Terra Thunderous is just kind of there.
You could
Hang on,
theoretically put
It's
some.
not bad. It's not
I think
amazing.
Thunderous, like good coverage is. I mean, I prefer it on Thunderous Therian because it's a better offensive mon.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But the speed tier is good enough that giving it like great coverage with the ability to Terra Blast definitely can just like win you sometimes.
That's real. And I don't think there's a better candidate on this team. This team is lacking like a strong secondary Terra captain. I think aside from like Thunderous is fine, but it's not blowing me. It's not blowing my head off. It's not that crazy. I like again like you've seen some like that's not Volcanion, that's not Hooper, but it's not.
It's good enough.
The worst thing I've seen.
I think it's good enough.
It's not superior, but
the thought of having to deal with like, okay, so I have an answer for Shenpao. I don't know, you probably don't, but if you do, it probably has a defense stat of like 400 and a Spadef stat of maybe 5. So Glowking Future Sight with the physical stuff of this team made me upset.
Yes, yeah, no, this is incredibly true.
Dude, Shenpao Terrapagos supported by Great Tusk, Glowking, Tinkaton. I just don't. What do I do? Chat room. What do I do?
T-Spike's absorption's there, spins.
I like the idea that Great Tusk is the support mon and
great Tusk. No, so
I mean, no. Let's be clear. When you have a Shenpao and a Terrapagos, like yeah.
Stab Terra. This is Stab Terra Tusk. Frankly, my Terrapagos is supporting this guy.
I'm not saying he's just a support one. I'm saying like him being there inherently supports the other two.
I do think I think you've kind of implied something that I kind of do agree with, which is that I think the physical side of this team is so much like astronomically stronger than the special side.
It is, but I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing.
No, yeah.
No, it's not. It's
so you can't not prep for it because it's just strong enough. That although you're having to pump
it's not nothing.
The more you pump EVs into defense to try and hold back for Shenpao Great Tusk, the less you can pump into Spadef to hold back the Terra Starstorm. the Thunderous Thunderbolt, and if he decides to come, Mega Sceptile Leaf Storm and Draco Meteor.
All right. It doesn't get Draco.
It does not get Draco. That's the big problem with Mega Sceptile is that it does not get
how bad this mon is every time.
Because Sceptile is not a dragon, you see, so it doesn't get that move.
Okay, just
this is I call this the Mega Ampharos problem.
Yeah, Mega Ampharos problem is that it gets electric and dragon, doesn't get any other coverage.
No, it also doesn't get Draco Meteor.
Why did they give all these mons dragon type?
Because they're not
the dragon move.
Because you see, Ampharos is not a dragon type.
I hate this. This is stupid.
It is.
Let's not get off topic. But I do think it's enough.
I also like Jellicent. Jellicent's cool as hell.
Jellicent's good.
By the way, budget bulky water type. This is a cool guy.
One thing this team does struggle with is the fire type. Just generally, and I think Jellicent is doing a lot to try and patch that up. Unfortunately, its defense stat is not great and relies on strength sap to keep it alive.
Yeah, if you're like max HP, like bold, max defense, it's serviceable. I think you hit like
go back to full.
You hit like 280, yeah, and then from there you threaten back just fine. And also, obviously, Terapagos is a one-time check to anything, because it's Terapagos.
Team actually needs
a
one-time check.
Like I think,
no, for sure.
Like I do look at that type matchup, but I do like sweat seeing -5 for fire. But that is. A good bit of that is because Bomber Snow and Volbeat exist and are on the team.
Yeah, don't worry about those guys. Yeah. Don't worry about those bums. And also, Thunderous is 3 terror, so once it gets in, it can take advantage. Yeah, no, this looks pretty good. I'd be willing to say like 8. It's definitely not as strong as the last one, but I like it a lot. I think it's winning. This is a winning.
I'd say it's just as good as the last one.
I think it's just as good.
The last one? Why isn't it?
Take me back to the last one real quick.
Because I think this has the immediate power we were complaining about.
This has the immediate power. Let's go back again.
Sorry, I'm find the computer.
Whoa, that's awesome.
Spoilers, dude.
Why are you doing that?
Yeah, maybe. I think it's probably the.
I think you might be bigging up. Granted, Superior does deserve bigging up.
Yeah, but, I think it's probably just the. Looking at the special side is like, kind of pulling me back, but it's fine. I think this is probably this might be a 9. This is probably it's in the same tier. I think one way or another.
Wait.
Mm-hmm.
If they start pressing status moves, we put the gun in our mouth.
We switch into Glow King.
Because we don't have aromatherapy. I've played so many fucking drafts with no aromatherapy, no heal bell.
It's just because physical attack and burn. Terragos doesn't appreciate a burn. Tigger doesn't appreciate a burn. Mega Sceptile, once it doesn't appreciate a burn. Like Willow puts a good bit of pressure on this team.
I think you're over exaggerating, and I think how are you willowing the Chempao? Because you're not doing it with Prankster, and you're probably not outspeeding it. So if you're living it and
depends on the mon you're trying to deal with it with. Also, Scold's just
if it's like Washtum, then like sure, but whatever.
Okay. I just feel like Burn's gonna be frustrating.
Probably, but that's.
It's a small problem.
Yeah, that's this team is physically leaning.
Sorry, Brendan?
Scold is definitely good into this team.
Yeah.
So I'm having something to eat.
We do also have Jellicent has Water Absorb, right?
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's that, yeah. So, like, it's not a problem, but I don't think it's like a critical one or anything.
I don't know if this team has any critical problems that I can...
I wouldn't say, like, Scold exists, like, drags this team down a point.
Sure.
Oh, yeah, I'd say 9, but I don't feel as good about it as the last one for some reason.
Okay,
right,
man.
I definitely feel better about that one than I did about the one the Terra Surf one before, but to each their own.
That's fair enough. Yeah, that's definitely a preference thing.
Teal Pond, tears in my eyes.
Terra Jolteon, it's peak. That's definitely the best thing we could be terroring on this team. It's true.
I think it might be actually. I'm literally
What did you
checking.
say,
I think there's a lot of above 16-point mons here.
There are.
That's entirely possible.
Yeah.
Also, it does definitely benefit a lot from it. I don't think Jolteon's a bad Terra captain. I just think with the Terra rules of this draft, I would feel sad with it.
We could have free Terran Mamoswine, which I think might have been
Okay,
better.
but Minnesota Mamoswine has a Mamoswine.
Let's go.
Huge. Plus 1 point.
This might be our first No, I don't know if it'd be our first 10. And that would
Incredible
something
grounded
Anything
rules.
with Stab Teal Pond can be 10.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I like Stab
Oh,
Terra Teal
wow.
Wait,
Pond.
hold on. I think we skipped a we skipped a team.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
Sorry.
forget that one.
Everyone ignore that
Men in
one.
Black. Okay.
Nihil has to go.
I really like this.
Is this free Terra Nihilego?
Yes, it's Stab Terra Weavile.
I really
think
like this.
I think free Terra Nihilego is so unfortunate because it does not get Terra Blast. That's an unfortunate one. It would so appreciate Terra Blast.
It would love to hit a steel type.
Yeah, it would love to be able to do that. It will not be able to do that. Its dreams will go unfulfilled. But obviously, it makes it better defensively, and that's real when this thing's got like as much SpDef as it has. Not having as many weaknesses as its types normally give it would be nice. But like, what other free Terra options were on this team?
Primarina, Rotom Heat.
I don't feel like I want either of those to Terra all that badly, right? Like Primarina, you pick for its type, and Rotom Heat, you pick for its type plus Levitate. You want Prim, you pick for the type.
Yeah,
Water Fairy's
and
absurd.
even better is being able to leave it when the specific circumstance where it's not good comes up.
I guess if you're looking at it as a win condition, I think that's fair. It's
Sometimes the
definitely
win condition is just my Primarina not dying, man. I don't know what to tell you.
I think I prefer it to Nihilego, just because I don't really care for Terra on Ultra Beasts unless there's a really good reason.
You just don't like defensive Terras. It's okay.
I like defense. I like defensive Terras, but I think most of the Ultra Beasts are like, they're also like they're also like threatening mons with like. Okay, there's two reasons. One, it is a purely defensive type changing Terra. Like you don't get the coverage benefit, which is like you are missing an opportunity, especially when the Terra rules in this league are so lax.
To be clear, don't like defensive Terra, do like it. It's meaningless. Offensive Terra is better.
That's also true. When we were allowing like 14-point mons to Terra, we should absolutely be looking at offensive. We should be looking at mons that should not be allowed to offensively gain the coverage that they're gaining.
I think also just especially on this team, I'm never clicking anything except Terra Ice Weavile.
No, that is a fair point.
I'm never, ever clicking anything else except for Terra Ice Weavile. Again, it's the same thing as Garm. We're clicking that fucking strong Crash. Someone's got to hold it. It's not me.
Yeah, this Weavile is definitely like there were a lot of good candidates for the there were a lot. There were two really good candidates for Stab Terra, right? Because Raging Bolt was the other one, and Raging Bolt with Stab Terra is also incredible. So either of these I'd be happy with. Weavile's what we went with. That's fair. That's a really good one.
Some good points. Very reliable Hazard Rocker in Gliscor. That's a good Fizz Def mon in general. We have also have Melmetal as a great Fizz Def mon, and like Raging Bolt is generically bulky. So is Rotom Heat. So, but we also have good SpDef. Again, Raging Bolt is generically bulky. Very good mon to come like AV some week. Primarina has 9 million SpDef. So does
Nihilego, yeah. Rotom Heat's like very customizable defensively.
So very good bulky core. Our speed tiers are bad at all. Weavile's got a great speed tier. Nihilego outspeeding the base 100s is good. Not having something for that 110-ish speed tier, not incredible, but it's fine. We have Scarfers. We have like competent Scarfers with like Nihilego,
and we have Bolt priority
Raging
as well.
Raging Bolt comes with priority, and so does Weavile.
We also have like I think our Hazard Removal was really good as well. Like we got Defog. We have Serena has Spin, and Rotom Heat has Defog as well. That's fine. Those are like three very reasonable spit like Hazard Removers. And we don't actually have all that much in the way of hazards anyway, because like Gliscor is like our only real hazard setting. So like we actually don't hugely mind being like defog most weeks, I think.
Yeah, like
I don't think that's
there probably be some weeks where we do appreciate like a T-spike quite a bit, right? But,
but T-spike can come down when it's not useful anymore. When you've poisoned all the guys you're going to poison, you're happy to defog.
Sure. Pivoting, great. Access to Volt Switch, U-turns, flip turns, baton passes. We got all the things we need. Tons of knockoff. We love clicking T-Wave. We love T-Wave. We love T-Wave. We have flying ground, funniest typing ever.
Up threats, like we have calm mind. We have good sweeping setup threats with like calm minders, SD Weavile, even with
Meteor Beam, Nihilego, Scarf Nihilego in the right
week. But also, if we want to say fuck the bullshit, Banded Weavile, Banded Melmetal, Specs, Raging Bolt, you have got to hold this.
The murder buttons.
Yeah. No, this looks really strong. Again,
extremely good.
I could see 9. I could easily see 9.
Any particular weak points? Anything you think of? Like I said, all right speed tiers, but not incredible.
Let me run through my classic check of we have I think against like a decent steel type we are in like a slightly annoying spot. This team versus like a Celesteela is relying a lot on exactly Bolt, which is not a bad one.
I don't know if Steeler beats the Melmetal that well if it's AV. I don't know if it wants to eat too many of those Brian bashes.
It does.
It can eat them. It can eat them for a minute. It's very bulky.
I'm pulling a Calcoke, so Melmetal.
Steel is extremely bulky.
He has like 100, I know.
What are the other like non-grounded steel mons?
Scam,
obviously. Corv. Corv is like really strong into this team, I think.
There's also, stuff that's off the ground, but
sorry about that.
But that's obviously that's a fairly difficult thing to do for a lot of teams, is to hit like flying steel is just one of the best types. So and that's why Rotom Heat's awesome.
Hit. We do have Rotom Heat and Raging Bolt.
Yeah, we do. But obviously that's requires some positioning, and it hurts our momentum on other mons, right? It's very reliable to come in.
If you're wanting that, you Volt switches on both of these mons, so I don't really care too much for those flying steel types unless the ground support is good.
That's fair. There's another steel type that I always think about. It's like a levitate one.
Bronzong? It's the only one.
It might be Bronzong. Bronzong's annoying, but that's whatever. That's fake. I don't think it was Bronzong. There was something I was thinking of. But yeah, anyway, this looks fine. This looks really fine. I like this a lot. I think I would say I would be happy to say 9.
But this is definitely very strong. This is probably the draft that we've seen so far that I would want to use the most.
Yeah, I think the only thing that is keeping me away from putting it in contention for a 10 is there is it's lacking it's lacking something that I look at and I go, that's completely absurd.
It lacks reliable recovery again, which I think is more of a problem on a team like this, because this one actually does kind of. Well, I don't say necessarily know that it wants to play the long game so much as I think it's easier to force it into playing the long game.
Yeah, because again, it doesn't have that big holy shit, this one thing is just going to crush something. It's just gonna it can just do everything quite well, and so it can fight everything quite well. So it's happy to kind of play into those games of prediction and switching and stuff.
Well, yeah, it does have the ability to just be steel type went down.
Yep.
Get fucked. Nihilego's now about to sweep you. Ground type went down. Raging Bolt has calm minded. You gotta hold that.
Yep. Yeah. So that's,
I'd love to use this.
Yeah, this is a very good team. It's not got quite enough juice to hit 10, but it's the kind of team that I would give a 10 if it had some real X Factor thing going on.
It's
if this, it's very close.
What scores have I missed, by the way?
I mean, what scores have you got?
I think I missed the Chien-Pao one. I don't know if you've done.
I think we gave the Chien-Pao 1 a 9. Yeah.
Chien-Pao was a 9.
And
We've given a lot of 9s.
well.
Okay.
There's a lot of really good looking ones. Alright, yeah, this one.
Back to this one. Well, we had a bit of a discussion about the terrors being a bit. They could be changed, but they're not bad.
Yeah, they're not the worst. I personally, I am a fan of Stab Terror Ogerpon. I know Muse isn't a fan of Stab Terror Ogerpon like Teal, because obviously like it's lacking like the coverage of the other Ogerpons, obviously.
It's not even the coverage, it's the other masks. The other masks provide such a damage buff just inherently. It's just so, it feels so hard to justify.
Not having 20% extra damage, as opposed to
on everything.
Sure, but you could have an item.
No, that's sweet, and that's
an item. An item
fine.
is oftentimes just as good, if not better.
Now you say, I think Ogerpon, although the point about its power without with the terror is not great, right? I think the power with the team it has is superb because it is a Defiant mon on a team which loves to hazard set.
Yeah,
true.
It won't be Defiant after it terrors, but
no, it won't. But if you switch in and then terror, have that +2 already. That's 3 swords dance.
Well, so you idiot! Now you've made it me guaranteed to hit you with Hurricane.
True. Good point.
But again, nice trying to live it when it's +2 and trying to outspeed it when it's +1 after terroring.
Live it when it's +2. It's fine. It has no coverage. I sent it a flying.
I'm a flying type. I don't care.
This is true. This is why I just don't
see. This is my main issue with Ogerpon Teal. Is that it like the other Ogerpons all hit the flying types that this thing can't hit.
Grass is a solo offensive type. Does not move me.
Yeah.
It's stinky poo poo.
It needs a lot of help to like get to that point where it's really like moving the needle. Because it's annoying because you want to tear it early to get like the value out of it, but the problem is until that point, like if you tear it early, then you can't tear the Jolteon, which you would much more like you would much appreciate the option to do if you're trying to kill, I don't know, the flying types that this Ogerpon can't hit.
I think this is one of the first times where I've looked at a draft, aside from the Hooper Unbound, but that's because that's a Hooper Unbound, where I'm like, yeah, I probably prefer doing the free terror here.
What do you mean?
Also the Volcanion. I'm stupid.
Doing free terror, Jolteon.
Well, and the Superior, I assume.
Yeah.
There's a couple where we prefer to do the free terror and the stab terror, but
you're right. My bad.
I think
just
this
bad
is
at
one of
counting.
those here. I think I do agree this is one of those here.
I mean, there's some good spots. Speed tiers are incredible.
Yeah.
These are really good.
Absolutely.
Speed tiers are fucking fantastic.
And again, it's even better than it looks because we also have the option to like to terror this Ogerpon, and then we hit some absurd numbers.
Ogerpon gets 2 scarves.
Yes, this can hit. Yeah,
this can hit 9 shit million speed if you need it to.
Yeah, if Arcanine Extreme Speed, Mega Medicham, and Mamoswine Ice Shard aren't and Greninja Water Shuriken aren't all enough priority for you, we also have like 2 of the fastest guys in the format.
We have that Mega Aerodactyl fake priority.
Easy priority.
We have Jeezy Weezy.
We have colossal physical wall breaking in the form of Mega Medicham plus Mamo.
Yep.
But we have very solid special attackers too. They're not as, batter the walls down. But Free Terra Jolteon's coverage can allow it to shore up where its power fails it. And Greninja also isn't strong either, but again, coverage, versatility, plus you can just put a specs on it, man.
Yeah.
Just get the Hydro.
Protean is silly, so we just use Protean.
Or you bring it with like Life Orb or potentially specs, and you have Battle Bond, and then you just use Ogerpon, Jolteon, all these other guys to weaken stuff until like Greninja just comes in at the end. Because here's the thing: this is a team that can just like batter down your like mons and chip things down, and then it has this end game threat of like, even if you're like you think you're in a fairly good spot, if you're not strong enough to have a switch in that lives from like a hit from Greninja or 2 hits from Greninja, it'll clean up your team for free. There's a lot of like ability to just randomly clean up your team.
This team has more than one quite strong win con, in Greninja and in Terra Ogerpon. And, sometimes you get down to a position where Mega Medicham just, like, fake outs everything to death.
Yeah, where Medicham just, like, I have more mons than you and your mons are weakened enough. I'm just going to, like, 1-for-1 your team until I have more guys.
If you end up sacks with a Mega Medicham, it is possible to just go sack, close combat, close combat. Or fake out, or whatever.
Sack, fake out, priority, close... Yeah. That's funny. We have the 2 realist, most incredibly real and true grounded poison types in the format in Galarian Weezing with not Levitate and Kamala. Incredibly true, incredibly real. I'm shedding a single tear right now.
We love these guys.
I love Kamala.
I mean, I feel like Misty Terrain does provide a good bit for this team anyway, so I wouldn't be surprised if this does not come as Levitate sometimes.
Meaning Mons cannot get parried or burnt on a team that actually despises power and burn.
Terrible news for Quick Feet Jolteon though.
Heartbreaking.
You gotta do what you gotta do, I'm afraid.
You gotta bring the real ability. I'm so sad.
We do have to say a prayer for our Spadef stat.
It is not good.
Yeah, and we don't even really have particularly good AV holders. Yeah, that's a potential issue.
Our best one is Mammoth Swine, which,
To be fair, Mammoth Swine's bulk can pull it through, and Thick Fat can always pull through in letting us live some ludicrous things. But other than that, it is looking long.
It's not. Yeah, it's just as a common switch in, it's gonna get worn down. And that's unfortunate.
I think this might be an aim just because of the I think the Spadef is. The Spadef limited AV holders is laying it down, but the strength of it could the chip down into win or the just I'm going to beat past you immediately is such an incredible.
This team can definitely do a very strong run and gun, super fast paced offensive style. That combined with Skarmory for hazard stacking stuff, they can just bulldoze over a lot of teams.
And there's so many potential win cons to prep for as well.
If you can force it to slow down, I think you just kind of wrap it up.
Yeah.
Force it to slow down is such a big ask for this team, which can
it is
quite
a big
easily.
Ask.
Why does Arcanine get teleport?
What?
Because it's the godly Pokemon.
What do you mean? Arcanine
what do you mean?
Gets teleport?
Why are you asking why the legendary Pokemon Arcanine gets teleport?
Oh my god.
Stay your tongue, knave.
I can't. What? Is this not This is stupid. Okay, alright, sure, whatever. Get teleport.
What the hell? Sure.
I don't know, 7 or 8 for this, I think.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
I would go with an 8.
I'd go with an 8. I like this.
I'd say 7 because I just don't like.
This isn't your kind of. Yeah.
Is this your Skinwalker draft?
I think that's my Skinwalker.
Ray!
I love Ray.
This is the best draft. 10 out of 10.
I love Ray.
No notes.
I love Rain.
I'm worried about Rain.
If you squint at Lily Kovlatis hard enough, it actually says Sky Striker. I love Ray.
I love Rain. This is both a Rain team and a this is a terrain team. Am I right, folks, or am I right?
Iron Jugulus, yeah. Coco Jugulus. Chaladon Rain plus if you don't have a ground type, shoot a computer.
We set the whole thing up.
If you do have a ground type, I'm afraid I tear it out of the ground weakness, Mr. Bond.
Also, nice ground type, but half my team is. This is a Superman team, by the way. Secretly, this is Superman.
No spikes for you. Hold on. There has to be issues here. I will find the issues. I don't like this team. This team will bowl me over.
You're not in silver. You're not in silver.
I love this team. This is
Ghost kind of sucks poo-poo for us, apart from Iron Jugulus. And I don't see that coming every week. Oh my god, Iron Jugulus gets Electric Terrain Boost and it gets Hurricane. Wait, it's all coming together.
This is the hell, man. What the fuck are we doing?
If we all get set up we shoot a computer.
Yeah, I think my only complaint with this is our only swift swimmer is the Kingdra, which is kind of funny.
Oh,
no, we have a Ludicolo. Sorry, I forget Ludicolo exists. I don't believe in him.
Mega Swampert.
Oh, Mega Swampert. Sorry, I didn't see him.
You just ignored him.
What do you mean?
You ignored the ground type.
What do you mean you didn't see him?
I just looked at him, and I then looked at the rest of the team, and I was like, well, there's no way we also got Mega Swampert, so I just can't be there. I was like protecting myself by pretending I couldn't see him.
He is the
only. That's what I said. Kingdra. The only one I said. The only one is Kingdra, and then you pointed out Mega Swampert and Ludicolo there.
Kingdra, I'm not impressed by just in general.
Yeah, I don't like Kingdra. I don't believe in Kingdra.
Our special attackers every week are coming as Archaludon and Iron Jugulus and whatever.
Okay, this team doesn't have an actual fairy resist.
Yeah,
I think
fairy,
the only problem.
I was gonna say, Coco is the lone thing standing between like this and Iron Bundle getting like the first ever 10-0, right?
Sorry, no. Sorry, guys. I don't want to hear this.
I don't know if Coco's
Archaludon
standing
is coming every single week. AV, Terra's into whatever it needs.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is free Terra Archaludon. By the way,
any acclaimed weakness of this team, Archaludon single-handedly solves.
I'm gonna stop ragging on the Monkey Dory guy because again, this guy has Archaludon. Someone in this league, someone in this division has Honchkrow. Is your Honchkrow doing as much as this Archaludon? Ask yourself this.
We all need to know. The question on every...
Dude, this Archaludon is getting 6-0 every single week. I'm so terrified. I'm so scared.
So are there weaknesses particularly? Sure. I mean, the team actually doesn't love rocks. Rocks is really not something the team
rocks
relishes
ain't great,
at all.
but spikes are adored. Please press spikes. Please press spikes.
We'd love you to press
Obviously,
spikes.
The thing about every rain team is if you can find a way to turn off the rain at all. GG.
If you can find a way to turn off the rain, we're now an electric terrain team. Nice try, idiot.
But like
turn
not
that
like a good one.
Yeah. We have it. It's like this team has. This is a rain team with an incredible ceiling because we have this like random like little extra like if this team has like a Rube Goldberg machine thing where like if we get both these things going at once and we have electric terrain rain Archaludon somehow, like that's hysterical. That's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Yeah. And I actually think the electric terrain part does make this more resilient against like removal of weather because we do have this extra like element of I like this a lot. I don't like giving weather teams good ratings because I find them boring and I don't want to play them, but this one's really funny.
Yeah, this one is like quite hellish.
We should start implementing like a rule where if somebody grabs our Archaludon, somebody automatically has to take the Pelipper. And we spin a wheel and somebody is forced to take the Pelipper. Whoever the wheel lands on is forced to take the Pelipper. Oh, like vice versa. Somebody takes Pelipper, it's like, all right, I'll take the Archaludon. Because we can't keep allowing this.
Oh no, please! I will take the Archaludon. I do not need someone to take Pelipper to do that.
For once, I want to see someone have to have like Archaludon and like Politoed just once.
All right, I'm still looking. Momentum's crazy. This team could go the distance. Its ability to like survive is pretty good. Like Rusabound recovers. I guess
it's not. I don't know that this team's trying to go long in that way.
But it's not trying to. But it could if it need to.
You don't care about.
I don't know. I think if this team slows down to like be defensive, I think like most weather teams, it does just start to die because we don't have switch-ins. But also because we have so much in on like 3 or 4 types. There's just so much like crossover of weakness between mons that we just run out of switch-ins. Like we activate the super boost and then we just try and kill as much as we can.
We mentioned before, but this is the hyper one of freeze dry. Literally kills every mon on this team except for the first 2, which neither of them actually relish switching into freeze dry.
Yeah, they don't resist it.
So that's what I mean. Like this is the bundle could queue up into this whole fucking draft.
And it's like
the electric having Tower of its life.
If this team could have one thing, it would love a bundle.
I don't think anybody picked bundle, so it's like a fake weakness.
Oh, how does this? Okay, this team should have. Okay, obviously we have Latias because it's like our mascot. realistically, if we could find a way to trade Latias and this Jugulus away for a bundle, that would clearly be better, right?
You get
or Kingdra and Latias more realistically away for a bundle, and then something else like
Iron Bundle's been taken. Iron Bundle is taken. We'll get to it later.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, that's real. Yeah, I mean, obviously, this is like a 9 or a 10. This is crazy.
This shit is absurd.
I'm going to make a political call and say, should it be 10? We have like 4 or 5 9s currently.
I like 10.
We have a lot of 9s. I want to have something that we can start our tier list off by just saying this one's the best.
I do think its hazards aren't great and its hazard removal's not great, but it's just gonna be overview, raid boosted, electric terrain boosted moves. It's just miserable.
Yeah, right. This one is the best, and I think it's the one I find most annoying to play against. I always do with like weather gimmicks or whatever. I can never see a weather team winning.
Yeah,
I think
it
absolutely
feels
see this
too
winning.
pigeonholed. But I still think it's so strong.
I think somebody's going to pull out the mystery mouse Cthulhu counterplay. But I'd be happy calling this the best one we've seen so far.
Yeah, give it a 10 for now.
Yeah.
We'll carry on. Toronto Rampardos, no Rampados.
I'm going to throw up.
Where did we spend the points?
3 terrors are rude. We're begging that Garchomp comes to do more than click rocks.
I was about to say, we paid $30 trillion for Garchomp to click rocks.
I hate that it's right every time.
These people refuse to get teams that can support a Garchomp, and instead they say, wait, I would like to pay infinite money for my favorite Pokemon to do nothing.
Who are these people?
This person. Anyone who picks up a Garchomp that's not me, apparently.
I haven't actually looked at the rest of the draft. You just quick, gotta get the self-glaze in.
Speed's kind of alright. It's pretty bad, actually.
We're really hanging out at 100.
Yeah.
There's a lot of overlap.
But it's just above 100. This is the guy who's like just out of high school, but he still keeps hanging around there because he doesn't have any friends at his uni.
Oof. That's sad. You made me sad. About a fictional guy.
Ground's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. We don't like the ground move.
This is like not a team. This is like a dream of like 4 teams that I'm like half remembering all together.
I'm not like clear on what all the you know what? Actually, I'm looking at it again. You're completely right. Where the fuck did all the points go?
I know. Like Palafin, Zarude, Garchomp, Jirachi.
Why do we have Typhlosion? What's he doing here? Why is he on the team?
We were struggling for base 100, so we got a base 100.
That's true. We need a base 100. We need a fire type. We don't have access to that.
We need a base 100. We need a base 100, and we need a base 100.
Yeah, and we need a 102, so we can speed creep the 101s that are going to be really preying on our 100s.
And then we need a 105 to speed creep the 102.
Like low key, I think we got it because we had those special attackers. Look at the team.
Look,
what are you talking about?
We're gonna run Doom Desire Jirachi.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
Jirachi
This is gonna be Specs Talonflame.
Future. The Doom Desire message for Jirachi is still one of the coolest ones in the game.
It's real strong.
Jirachi chose Doom Desire as its future is crazy.
Yeah. Why? Yeah.
The points disappeared. The hazard control is like fine, I guess.
I don't know why we got all these guys though.
Yeah. I keep looking at it. Do we have leftover points?
This team's hilarious because I'm pretty sure this team loses to Terra Fairy Avalugg.
Stop it. That's mean. Don't say that.
It's not mean. It's true.
I think it gets hard-walled by Terra Avalugg.
We have to bring
instead of bringing Rocks Chomp every week, we're bringing Specs Chomp. You'll find.
That's true. That's a very Victor call. That's very Victor call.
I think from just looking at this might be another 4.
I'd be willing to go lower. Somehow this team has Palafin and 3 Terras of Rude and these Terra captains look real good, but holy moly, is this team bad?
Over the bottom 7 mods.
Yeah.
Team.
Yeah.
If I put my okay, if I just look at the top row, I'm like, okay, cool. I'm sure down below I'm going to see some special attackers worth it. Oh no.
Look,
It's fine. Everyone will just forget to bring their physical walls. We just have enough coverage. It's fine.
The power's great. If they, it's physically, it's all great physically. Nowhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I this Palafin is gonna hilariously, despite the Zarude and the Garchomp being here, I do think Taunt Bulk Up Palafin's gonna have to be doing some impeccable work to make these games winnable, because we're gonna need to be at plus fucking 4 to actually break the amount of bold mons that are just gonna be coming into us.
I think it's doable with access to screens of Klefki. It's just could be hard.
It's such hard work, and for what?
Also, I think an unaware mon. I think Dondozo beats this team.
Probably. I mean, power whipping with Zarude.
Yeah.
Zarude is going to need to be.
This is a mon beating the team, right? I just think unaware kind of makes it very, very, very.
Yeah, there's it again. Like I said, we're making life very hard for no reason.
Palafin is strong as shit.
Palafin is strong as shit.
Strong is true. 160 attack is very silly.
160 attack plus wave crash.
Yeah.
Plus not 160 attack to click an 80 base power move. It's clicking something strong as balls.
It's just when you have this much physical and you have this little on the special side, it precludes Palafin from living in the role that it can do that nothing else can do, which is being the 160 attack mon with banded Jet Punch. That is a role that is impossible for anyone else to do, and Palafin will never be doing it in this draft because that's just not moving the needle enough against the investment that people will be bringing into this team. I think.
Yeah.
I would struggle to bring my Palafin doing that. I think because I think it needs to break. Because we need to be breaking. We need to be breaking.
I think the Bowler Tangrowth team we saw earlier is having a field day. I think it saw this team and went, "I need to win."
Yeah, that's what the Molar Tangrowth is for.
We've got it. Our ultimate answers.
I don't like this team. I really don't like this team.
Yeah.
It's so lopsided.
It's a 3 or a 4.
Yeah.
I want to say 3. What's in 4?
Hold on. Let me
is it 4? 4 has the team with no
It has the Conch Elders, which had the really good Terra captains, and then just stop looking at it.
I think. Wait.
Hilariously, this team does beat the team that we just looked at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is better than that team.
Yeah,
I think I agree. Yeah, this may be a 3.
I think this joins Dratini in the free zone.
Why do the teams with the really good Terra captains also have no synergy?
Yeah,
it's
you'd
bizarre.
love for something to I don't know how to put it, but this stuff here that is gonna get the boons, gonna get the T-waves. You got Jirachi bullshit, but you have Clef T-waves. Zarude is enjoying that, I guess, but you don't really need 2 mons doing the same thing here. I don't know, some of these are redundant brings, right?
I don't think we've built around. We've picked these expensive guys and then built around them. I think we've just. I don't know what we've been running up and down the court, I guess.
Yeah, we were doing cardio. This is a curious one.
We just whenever we saw something, we picked it up. Whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, 3 seems fine.
3. Carrying on. Geralt, give it a 1. It's got Mega Gallade in it.
Yeah.
It's got regular Gallade. Where's the Mega?
What the hell is this?
Wait,
what are you talking about?
Oh, Mega Glade. Sorry, I was talking about Mega Scissor. Sorry, your mouse was on Scissor, and I just.
Sorry, I'm currently copying over the ODL.
Yeah, no, my bad. Yeah, you're right. No, this team sucks. Moving
I don't
on.
need to alarm you, but when you say Mega Glade, regardless of where your cursor is, you mean Mega Glade.
Not necessarily. Now, does saying Mega Glade mean Mega Glade? Yes. Do I mean Mega Glade?
Okay.
Perhaps
I don't
not.
care what you mean.
All
And does anyone else smell burnt toast?
I think this team's actually good. After, unfortunately, I have to respect Mega Gallade.
It looks strong as hell. I'm looking at the top 5 and I'm like, damn. And then I'm looking at
the speed tiers are incredible once again. Very, very good speed tiers. Holy shit.
Grimmsnarl, Nidoking, Lantern are cool for rounding this out.
Miltank is fake.
I don't hate Miltank.
I do.
it's the 100. Okay, the 100
the
speed is
game.
fake because it's never investing in that.
Yeah.
But it is funny that it means it outspeeds all the other like slow, bulky guys.
Kieran's just out here trying to suck in its udders.
Its bulk is.
Whoa!
I beg your pardon.
Its bulk is not bad anyway. Like Thick Fat and Sap Sipper are two good abilities for what it's trying to do.
Scrappy's a funny ability.
Scrappy's never coming.
It's never coming because it doesn't make sense in this kind of environment. But it is like it is like a hilariously quite a good ability for Miltank to get. It's just not useful in like most like sensible like environments for it.
Yeah, what I will say is this team has two 1 point or like basically 1 point shitters. So in effect, it should have, which is the idea is to condense the points down more, but it doesn't feel like it has done that.
You got to remember, like everything's quite expensive in this league, and they only had 115 points. I think Tornadus T, Mega Glade, Iron Bundle, Sizzle probably represents like 75% of our points.
Yeah, I think they're also like 18
What's
points
interesting
altogether.
is Nidoking is cost more than Mega Sizzle than regular Sizzle. I'm pretty sure.
Really?
Yeah, because you can free Terra Nidoqueen, but you can't free Terra Nidoking.
That's so curious.
I think it is actually like 15 points.
Nidoking is overpriced specifically to keep it from free terroring.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
That's hilarious. And then meanwhile, Sizzle just gets to do this. Yeah, that's cool.
Is Sizzle all able to free Terra? Oh, I guess it has.
Sizzle's at 14. Nidoking's at 15. Iron Bundle is at what? 17.
Yeah, obviously I love Stab Terra Iron Bundle. I don't super love Free Terra Sizzle just because
18.
its typing is the reason you pick it.
Yeah.
But also I wouldn't stand for like picking Lantern or Grimmsnarl over it.
Yeah.
I also still think Bullet Punch lol.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like a fast-paced offensive structure who like screens Grimmsnarl into the assholes.
Yeah, no, this is crazy.
You can't really run anything but that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
that's true.
That core is so strong to begin with.
I think that core is strong, but I don't know that it's the strongest, even like pure, like run and gun offense style core that we've seen in the last 3
No,
drafts.
but I think it's just a solid team. It's like
I don't think this is. There's no way this wins the league based on like this.
I just quite frankly think that if you're trying to be like a super fast-paced offensive team, you're getting outdone by like 5 other people. So this can't be that good, that high on the tier or whatever.
Yeah,
That's fair.
I think it's like a 6 though. I think it's like a 6 or a 7.
I want to say 7.
I want to say 7.
Have gone with 6.
I was gonna say 6.
Okay. Muse, you have the tiebreaker.
Zilk has been deafened in this call for 2 hours.
I would be inclined towards 7 simply because I think Torn, Mega Galade, Iron Bundle, Sizzle is very hard to deal with. Especially behind screens. I'm a little scared.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, it's true.
I think it's reasonable. I think Screens Grimmsnarl running. Screens Grimmsnarl to applying trust running a lot for this team to just get going.
Yeah. You have to remember how many games
game plan.
You have to remember how many games Riley won by doing this exact thing with like a much worse looking version of this team, I think.
Yeah. I don't think this person actually did bring that kind of team in their game, right?
No, they didn't, but I think that is a mistake, not necessarily.
Yeah. We're rating the draft, not the player.
No. I was just saying, I hope they're aware that they could do this, because
whether they did or not,
there's a lot of upside there.
And whether it worked or not doesn't really impact my thoughts about this.
No. I was just saying, I hope they're aware that they can bring that, because that is obviously you can bring this nearly every week to immediate success, rather than whatever they ended up doing. Which
two simple tricks to win more games, and they're called light screen and reflect.
The haters don't want you to know this.
They don't want you to know. Big Balance doesn't want you to know about this.
I think with that though, I think that's pretty much it though, right?
Yeah, there's not a lot to say about this draft.
I think we majority voted 7.
Yeah.
But airing on the 6 from 7.
I think 7 is fair because it is the one game plan is a fucking strong game plan.
It's a 7 with an asterisk.
Yeah. Dayton, Jupiter. Could have got Jupiter. We didn't get it.
Nah, but we're gooning though.
We gotta go to Jupiter to get more stupider.
True.
Free
Terracomo.
Free Terracomo, Stab Terra Enamoris. Thank you. Everyone do stuff like this.
Here's the example for the rest of the class.
Yeah, everyone do this. You found it. You found two guys who were good with it, and you picked them.
Let me
That's awesome.
Real quick,
I've
check
seen that coming.
Yeah, it's free Terra.
Yeah, there's no way it was allowed to be free Terra Enamoris. Are you high?
I was being sure. I was being sure.
But yeah, Enamoris loves it because it gets an actual flying type stab option.
Yeah.
So that's cool. We have Swampert, Bronzong, Crobat. Moon made this defensive core.
Crobat, big ups to Crobat. That mod's going to be doing a lot. Actually,
Obstagoon is here because we like wasting points.
Obstagoon and Wigglytuff are there. They're there.
They're objectively there.
Yeah.
We wish they weren't. The party ended days ago, but Wigglypuff just won't leave. Refuses to take a hint.
Pot noodles. Get out of my cupboards.
Bramblegast is a cool man.
Those things actually.
Yeah.
I do like that our like fire, water, grass is like how quickly like the quality diminishes.
Yeah.
But like they're all usable. They're all real Pokemon.
Mega Sizzle is doing
two
defensive.
Two highly valuable steel types that do not share weaknesses. Because Bronzong is heat-proof, trust.
I mean, you don't be clicking fire moves into the team with the Komodo on it. I guess it could burn.
The Komodo, the Iron Moth, the Swampert.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of support for this Mega Scizor.
Yeah.
God, Komodo is so good. This team's awesome. I want this one.
Speed are pretty good. I think the big jump between Crobat and Iron Moth is annoying, but Crobat's speed is something you need to pay attention to. Because it could just be Banded Brave Bird.
Yeah, it could be. It could be not Banded Brave Bird, and it will still do a lot because it's a big number.
Yeah. Abilities are strong.
Yeah. Bramblegast is a really annoying Pokemon.
There's a lot of upside off these pivots. Like, you have like good slow pivots into like some crazy setup assholes here.
Yeah.
Like,
Hazard control's good. Hazards are good as well.
He's
I forgot
insane.
Gets rocks.
I did not know that happened. That interaction happened. Don't mind me.
I won't.
Did you know that if you rest at full health, even if you're statused, you don't get the rest?
Yeah, you have to have taken damage.
I didn't know that. Oops.
Oh.
I'm playing an OU game in the background. Don't mind me.
Yeah, I figured.
Status is bad. Status this team is bad. We just have T-Wave with Obstagoon and Wigglytuff. That's not real.
Those aren't real. Is that it? Is that all of it?
Yawn and Swampert.
That's crazy that Bramblegast doesn't get Will-O-Wisp. But I guess that makes sense. That's a fire hazard. You can't be doing that.
Yeah, it's literally. Do you not know about the fires that happen like the Midwest due to the tumbleweeds?
The balls of fire just rolling into town.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It's horrible. It's horrible. But I mean, yeah, no status is. I mean, it's unfortunate. But I feel like with a team like this, it's kind of a luxury. You can live without them, honestly.
Yeah.
You like again, we can set up and we can hit people hard. That's okay. And also, there's a lot of guys that are immune to different hazards, right? Like there's 2 steel types, and steel's, a poison immune. We've got like a Swampert who's basically immune to
Stealth Rock.
Not Stealth Rock. Basically immune to T-Wave. Well, he is immune to T-Wave. He's basically immune to being paralyzed because we just don't consider the powders and we don't consider glare because they just don't exist.
We fly over the spikes for Enamoris and Bronzong. Our hazard clearing is mainly the fog. We're not bringing Bramblegast Rapid Spin, I don't think, too often.
Almost every one of these mons can secretly be a setup threat.
Yeah.
Yeah, Iron Moth can always just start Fiery Dancing and winning. Kamo, Clangorous.
He gets it gets everything. It gets that. It gets Dragon Dance. It gets Swords Dance. It gets Belly Drum. It gets Throat Spray into whatever.
As soon as he
this is free Terra. This can be Boom Bursting.
Yeah, it can be Boom Burst. Terranormal Boom Burst is scary.
Paranormal Throat Spray Boom Burst. Like that's
I
real.
think our physical setup's much better than our special, but that's fine.
This Enamoris could also be a contrary superpower into like the incredibly threatening, elusive, like physical flying stab.
It could also be incredibly threatening because we can switch it on Moonblast, which will always drop our special attack, which means we boost our special attack.
Our physical setup is more threatening in what regard, Moon?
Sorry?
Like, why is physical setup more threatening on this draft?
What?
Moon said, I think our physical setup is more threatening a second ago. What does he mean by that?
Than our special setup. Because
is that the case?
We have Swords Dance on both Mega Scissor and Komodo, and I am off for relying mainly on Fiery Dance.
I guess it's like what is Enamorus's setup? It's like Calm Mind, right? It has to go with Calm Mind, which is kind of lackluster.
I mean, Komodo doesn't get Swords Dance; it gets Dragon Dance, but it
does get Dragon Dance.
A soul.
Yeah,
it does get Clang, yeah, and also it gets Belly Drum. Like these are all real.
But yeah, I guess in that regard, I don't think that Fiery Dance Iron Moth is exactly a non-threatening setup.
I don't think it's
no,
not.
It's not. It's not.
It's like in one turn my attack stat is now bonkers. Also, that's 50-50. I'm flipping coins for it.
Yeah. I'm obviously like I think if I'm looking at trying to prevent anything from happening to me on this like team, I don't want to get gooped by Komodo, and I don't want to get Swords Dance into every one of my guys gets punched in the face by Mega Scissor. Like those are priority 1 and 2. And then also Iron Moth is there, and Enamorus could potentially decide yeah, like those things could also happen to me, and they're scary and they're real. That's the scariest thing. But like Komodo's instantly going to win the game if it gets like two Dragon Dancers, you know. And Mega Scissor, if it gets two Swords Dancers, will win the game. So, but yeah, this team looks really good. I really like this one.
Yeah, I think this is another 9. I think this is better than all the 9s we've seen so far.
Yeah.
But yeah, probably. It's a 9. Well done, Ryan.
Big up to Ryan.
Big ups, Ryan. I don't know you, but big ups, Ryan.
That's one of the admins, right?
Yeah. He's the admin for bronze, I think.
Shout out Albert Neville.
I thought he was the admin for gold.
Oh, might be.
Oh, I was about to start glazing out Glorious admin, so he'd give me like 3 DQs.
Right, carrying on. Big fat rotund obtuse chubby bunnies.
Why would you say that?
Why would you say that? And this team only has Megalopony. Explain that.
Well, there's no need to fat shame.
What the hell?
Okay, who is the free terror on this team, and who is the stab terror?
I
free
think
terror, stab terror, Crocodile.
I don't think Crocodile is low enough to stab to free terror. Is it?
No, Crocodile's 12 points. It's less than Skeledirge.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Again, why are we doing this?
I mean, Free Terror Dirge isn't
Free Terror Dirge
horrendous.
kind of crazy, man.
Free Terror Dirge is crazy. Stab Terror Crook, like, I don't know.
I think it gets a bit more than Zorora.
No, I think the thing is, Stab Terror Crook is because, like, what's the point?
Oh, it's not
doing
even
for Zeraora, and you're not doing Stab Terror like Vileplume or like Comfy or.
I feel like I'd rather do it for Zeraora.
I think it's a personal preference thing, though. I think both are our best options there. Right.
I think Zeraora is just. I
do like.
Yeah, I feel a lot better about the Zeraora, but that's just me.
Yeah.
I guess.
This team looks fun to me. I think I would enjoy Lopunny Crocodile Zeraora.
I would definitely enjoy very fast electric type and Deoxys Speed. That sounds cool to me.
God, this is draft last season.
This is like mine and Wicked's draft, like smushed together.
Well, it says Deoxys Speed on it. I see. I understand it now.
And it has a Comfy, and it has a fast electric type.
Oh,
that's me.
Christ, we are being held together by the love of Skeledirge.
That's fine. I said it yesterday. Skeledirge in this team. Yeah, this guy, he's up to the challenge. That's why, honestly, our Stab Terror Captain does not matter, because it will always... Skeledirge is terror-estalizing every single game.
Earthquake.
Yeah, it's looking a lot. I mean, Corv is our big...
We have a Corv Ignite!
Big Corv!
Yep. Corv is having to pull the weight of dealing with the ground type.
Genuinely, find me a mon with a strong Earthquake that also threatens Corviknight.
I'm sure shit like Infernape would do a decent job.
Yeah, because people drafted Infernape in these leagues, man. Infernape gets given like 90 points, then no one drafts him.
Oh yeah.
These things are out there. These things are out there.
50%.
That's not real. That's not real. That's not real. No one drafted that, so it's okay. It's okay.
It's
no one
true.
drafted it. Chat, it's okay.
No one drafted Zygarde 100% either.
Well, no one. You see, no one brings Earthquake on Zygarde, so it's okay.
Look,
I never thought of this.
Doing my maths right now. I mean,
Hmm.
the ground weakness is there, but also it's 2 bonds, and then neutrality. Granted, being neutral to Earthquake's not great, but Corv just
Earthquake's a very bad move too. But also, I mean, I'm just going to say the truth of what this is. This is a hyper offense team.
Yeah.
It has Smeagol for bullshit. It has Deoxys Speed for Deoxys Speed things, and then at the end of the day, we have the fastest guys in the universe, and this Skeledirge who is John Skeledirge. I think this team's trying to hit you first most of the time. I don't think we're trying to swap out. And if we're trying to swap out, we're swapping into Corviknight, and then Corviknight is you turning into a new threat. We're opening the box and we're, I don't know, throwing spiders at you. Yeah, this is cool stuff. I think our Watermon being Sharpedo's
bad.
Unfortunate. Yeah, I don't know, but maybe we'll get something off with Speed Boost. Who's to say?
Do we have a fairy type? We have Comfy.
I mean, at the very least, it can hold a. That's fine. You don't really need defensive fairy types in teams like this. And Skeledirge is our fairy type. It's okay. He's all of our types. He'll do it all.
It's true.
And we have a Corviknight. Corviknight's up to the task of taking dragon moves. It's okay.
Not Draco Meteor, I don't think. Not taking many Dracos.
He'll take Dracos for forever. He just needs to live one at more than 33%, and then he'll roost up.
Okay, fair point.
Like,
I'll allow that.
Corviknight will take Dracos. That's not a problem. Oh, he'll take Dracos. Then he'll get you into whoever you need.
Oh, I did embarrass him.
Anything?
I think
fine.
It's fine. I think if this team's missing one thing, it's missing like a real snowballing X Factor like offensive piece. There isn't really anything here that snowballs out of control outside of exactly like Skeledirge, and Skeledirge is. It needs to do.
Sweep.
It can, but it's kind of slow. Yeah, in the context of this team, I think it's going to struggle to find the opportunities to do it. But I do agree. It could. But outside of Crook, which I don't think is going to happen very often, this team is lacking like a real snowballing offensive threat, which it would like. But outside of that, I think it looks quite good. I'd be willing to say like 7 or an 8. I like it a lot. This is the kind of team that this is the kind of team that I tend to build.
I don't think I'd give it an 8. I think
I'd give it a 7.
I think it's probably a 7 because again it is missing too much. But like again, this is a man after my own heart. I understand this, which is why I want to say 8 because it's something I'd be comfortable using.
Yeah, it's something you get.
I'm saying 7.
That's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
We give it a 7. We put it in the 7th tier and keep on keeping on. Uses next.
Shit.
This team sucks. This team's if
you manage to win with this, you're Goku.
You're so crazy if you can win with this.
I can't believe you didn't bring Power Construct.
It's so sad.
Now.
They fixed it. They fixed it before it happened because you won too hard somehow.
I won too quickly.
And that's a problem. We can't, docking points for that. Stab Terra Ogerpon Wellspring. Now this is a real Ogerpon.
And free Terra Iron Crown. Yeah.
Now this is a real free Terra Captain Muse. Well done.
Well done, Muse Terra.
Well done, Muse for getting the Piplup and having Piplup as the logo. Thank you very much for doing that.
Always.
Thank you.
I had to do it for Peter.
Very proud of you. Musekeg drafts Heatran and Grassy Terrain. What the scallop?
I mean, grassy terrain is strong. That's grassy terrain is a strong word for seed sower. I don't like calling it grassy terrain.
Listen, man, the Rilla was gone.
Having it take a hit where it doesn't explode.
Man, the Rilla was gone.
Bulu does it again. Oh!
Yeah, why don't you get Bulu?
Dude, fuck you.
Because we're broke.
Fuck
Because we don't want to draft a fairy type. We refuse to do it.
So, yeah. But weaknesses off the rips. Hazard setting is save me Heatran. Please save me with rocks. It's rocks, and it's they click hazards into me, and I get to court change them.
We don't want to set hazards because we want to make sure that people don't feel like they can set theirs once we set ours.
Sure. The speed tiers are like pretty good, but you know, Ogerpon speed tier is like kind of fake. Cinderace is good, but being 119 instead of 120 hurts.
And being our fastest guy at 119 is also a shame because any 120s are out of our reach forever.
Yeah. Apart from that, I like Iron Crown as a free Terra Captain. I think that's pretty good. I like
awesome.
Wellspring as a stab Terra Captain. I think that's pretty good. I probably would like Zygarde more, but that's me. That's just me, though.
I like that as someone who knows you, I like that we have Heatran Zapdos. I feel like that's you're in your happy place.
Yeah.
You're moisturized,
I got
unbothered in your lane.
Heatran Zapdos, and I genuinely wept.
I like Alolan Muck as a Mon.
Yeah. Good.
I think he's got a great personality. Charming
He's
guy.
my knockoff switch-in.
He's your... No, he isn't.
Voila.
No, he isn't.
He's got Sticky Hold.
No, he doesn't.
Does he not? Does Alolan Muck not get Sticky Hold?
No.
Oh, he has Power of Alchemy. Yeah, I'm sorry, Muse. It's over for you.
Is this the best ability ever?
He's your AV guy. You slap an AV on him, and he switches into all your special attacks.
Yeah, because otherwise, the special defense on this team is like Terra, Ogerpon, Wellspring. Don't love that.
Heatran's alright.
Heatran's good at it, but it's like, you know.
And Zapdos can do it as well, kind of.
My special defense is just kind of average.
Yeah, it is.
The Phys Def is strong between Zapdos' Adolf Hitler for physical attackers.
Yeah, frankly, I see people just refusing to bring physical attackers into this team on principle. I'm going into this team. I'm bringing Boom Burst Palafin. I refuse to play your games.
It's either that or it's like 20 protective pads.
We can spread Yellow Magic. We can spread. Our priority is it's not incredible. I mean, actually, it's not bad. We got E-Speed. We've got Sucker. We've got Shadow Sneak.
We got Cinderace Quick Attack. The real shit.
No. Yeah.
The real.
We got Ogerpon Quick Attack.
Particularly back-breaking in terms of power. They're not like really strong priority. I guess the E-Speed is pretty strong, but it's not like
the E-Speed is incredibly strong.
That's a point
it's 100 base attack.
The immediate power is not that high. Ogerpon's obviously very scary, but
Pyro Ball is a custom move, and anything he clicks is scary.
I actually no. Do I have the highest concentration of custom moves?
Ivy Cudgel, Lava Plume, everything that Zygarde does. Sorry, not Lava Plume. Sorry, what's Heatran's other one? Magma Storm. Sorry, Magma Storm.
Pyro Ball.
I don't even know.
Zygarde has 2. Iron Crown has Tachyon.
No.
Zygarde does not have 2. Zygarde has like 4.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
but only 2 are good.
Yeah.
Hey,
Core Enforcer's cooking.
It's cooking, guys.
Land's Wrath, you're not ready for that.
That's for VGC shit, man. It's a division.
What does Land's Wrath even do in VGC that 1,000 Arrows and Waves don't?
It hits 2. It hits.
So does 1,000 Arrows and Waves.
Oh, okay.
No, they don't. No, they don't. They hit single target.
Yeah, they do.
No, that's single target.
That's single target.
There's no. I'm almost 100% certain.
Nah, look it up. Look it up.
Look it up.
Wait, no, lying. Hits both.
Yeah.
That's so broken.
Why did
That's
they?
absurd.
There's no way.
No. It's 1,000 Arrows and 1,000 Waves. Actually, I was discussing this today. It was revealed from a leak that they were originally meant to be exclusive to the 10% and 100% versions, respectively. They were meant to be like signature moves of those.
Oh, okay.
We just kind of forgot.
And then they decided, fuck it.
Well, no, they ran out of time producing X and Y, and so they just made it, instead of doing the whole thing where it was meant to be different forms with a hunter form and a like an enforcer form, they just made 10% and 100%. And so the whole line got it.
And said, yeah, fuck it, everything gets it.
Yeah.
Where are you seeing it's a spread move? Oh, I found it. That's really dumb. That's really stupid.
Yeah.
I guess it's not that dumb because it's like a restricted mon, and there's some really broken restricted mons, right?
Yeah. That's exactly it. That's why Zygarde was never actually particularly good.
Yeah. Anyway, regarding this team generally, I think post Wellspring Terror, I feel quite good clicking Earthquake into this team overall, but that's not a real criticism, really.
Particularly a problem.
But yeah, no,
I feel like drafting a fairy type is a real criticism.
That is a real criticism. We don't want to do it.
I am currently considering Bulu. I'm looking at Bulu. I'm going, hey,
Bulu would
Bulu.
work way better.
I just don't know how you get Bulu points wise.
Oh yeah, I don't know how you make.
How much is our Bolivar? Because Bulu's like cheap, right? Bulu's like 10, 11, like relative.
Our Bolivar is also
Bulu's
very cheap.
12.
Oh, 12, okay.
And I believe
Ooh,
it's 6.
Yeah.
We're broke, fam.
Yeah, we're not getting there.
Yeah, we gotta go on the ice.
Shit,
We gotta go on
I'll
the ice.
ask for a loan. It's fine.
But yeah, otherwise, I like this. I think you can do
like
well with this.
You can definitely do well with this. It's definitely not the best one we've seen.
Yeah, I think this is
No.
a 6.
Guys, I think it's actually like a 4, maybe.
Can
a
I look at
3.
the last 7? Because I think
Sure, I'll move over.
I think this is on par with this. I think these are. I think this is a much. This is like this draft is like really directed in a certain direction. It's not the best hyper offense team, but like it's a hyper offense team with some strong guys in it. On the other hand, I think Muse's team is actually incredibly strong in this like balancy, like in the middle kind of place, and I think it's actually very strong in that like area. It's just not the strongest one we've seen, so I think I'd be willing to give Muses a 7 as well.
7 then. Okay.
Yeah, I won't lie. I definitely feel this is stronger than the last one by a lot, but that's just because I know this is the kind of thing I can
Using
pilot.
your favorite
So I'm
guys.
biased.
I would also perform better with this one again because I would also be using some of my favorite guys.
Yeah, I think this has like a higher concentration of like
opening at some point.
Generally very strong mons. I think if like it's probably best. It's good enough to be an 8 is the thing, and I don't think the other one is bad enough to be a 6. I don't think it's good enough to be an 8. So I think these both end up in 7, even though I think Muse's draft is better. I think they're not they're both 7s, but Muse's is like an upper mid 7, and that the other one's like a low 7. You know,
it's mid. I'm feeling a light to decent 7.
Shut up.
Alright, the Black Fantano joke is starting to
the crazy thing is that he was actually when he was posting all those names for you. They're all like names that you will inhabit. Anyway, yeah, moving on.
Last team, Skibbity Gat Ohio Rizzlers. Oh my god.
Why did you say that? Why did you say it? You
Sorry,
just-
it
just
was
not
the
that.
brain- it was the
do it.
brain blast.
I'm not going to say this name.
Look, we got Durantula. We're gonna do the hustle.
Ahem.
We have Tinglu. Sure.
This
Stab Terra Captain Archaladon.
Free Terra the Dunsparce.
Sorry,
What?
yeah, free Terra Archaladon. Free Terra the Dunsparce.
Whatever. Did you mean by this? Like,
whatever,
we
dude.
weren't struggling. We weren't starving for free Terra. I'm sorry to say to you.
We had options.
Again, I can actually, guys, let's go on. Let's come with me on my stupid fucking journey. Let's go get a better one.
We had Cresselia, right?
That's true, yeah. That's
Yeah.
definitely true.
Cresselia?
We also had Durant. I think would have been okay as well. I think Durant and the Dunsparce are on the same like level of being good Terra captains, but Cresselia is obviously just it's the obvious pick,
I
right?
think Pheasantipity is also better.
No, the Dunsparce is better than Pheasantipity.
I don't know. My eyes fill with rage when I see Pheasant Shippity.
I think that mon's bad.
I hate that mon.
Having
There's
access to
that
that mon,
mon.
I think that
Like-
mon's bad still.
Yeah, you did get.
I also think Pheasantipity, the reason you pick it is for its type.
Yeah.
So tearing out of the type, what is it? It's nothing to me anymore.
I'll say all of this. Like, I didn't just have an OU game where I nearly lost to a Pheasantipity. It was giving
Look,
me
I just
work.
don't want to respect it.
Luckily, they
It
let
Listen,
was
it
me
sometimes
mugging
we
you
lose
the
to
whole
shit
time.
mon. It's okay.
No, luckily they let it die to Cinderace's Blaze Pyro Ball, and then the most balanced and fair mon of all time, Zamazenta, swept the rest of the team immediately.
I hate you so
Kiri,
much,
you
by
know
the way.
what type? You know what else could have free terrored? Cyclozar.
What? Oh no, that's trash. That's garbage.
I'm
Yeah,
like
of course
a
that's garbage. Why would you
really
why would you waste it on your Cyclozar, who you're going to be killing with Shed Tails?
Killing.
Look,
Regenerator.
That's-
I think the problem.
Yeah, but what's it doing? It's not switching into things if you're trying to get it to shed tail. You're not using it.
Not that bad to prevent like fighting type. I think.
Why do you care? You're going first and you're leaving.
Yeah.
This thing's never taking the hits. It's only taking a hit at the end when you can't shed tail anymore and you're trying to sack it into like to get some momentum. The Cyclozar's never it's not bulky. It's not strong. Why are you wasting terror on it? At least the Dunsparce is kind of bulky and has like utility like that it wants to stick around to use. It has rocks, it has glare, it has roost and like setup on both sides. It has coil, it has boom burst.
It does get boom burst.
You can go terror ground and earthquake. It's got like stuff. Like the Dunsparce actually does have a reason to be a free terror captain, and I would like it in a draft where they didn't also allow me to like where picking it was like points based alongside something else instead of doing it at the expense of having free terror Cresselia.
Sure.
When I could have my glorious. Okay, do you know why we want free Terra Cresselia? And I've got a really good reason why. Like I can immediately say, this team has one Steel type in Durant, when instead we could have Terra Steel Cresselia, and we could have a levitating Cresselia,
which is like a flip on the matchup where we have Psychic usually. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like why are we doing Dunsparce over that? Like I like Dunsparce. I'm a big like Dunsparce fan. I have a Dunsparce plush in my room. Like, I'm not saying this because I don't like Dunsparce, or I haven't considered the like cost benefits of the Dunsparce. It just, with the rules of this draft, it should go to Cresselia. It's rightfully Cresselia's, and I feel bad for Cresselia that she's not been allowed it because I don't know why. I genuinely don't know why. I'd understand it if Dunsparce was like on this like image of like, because we've put like 4 guys on this picture, but it's not even there. So like, why? It can't have been out of affection for Dunsparce. It was just a bad decision.
Really upsets me.
I'm trying not to look at the picture.
No, just the team itself, like on top of that.
I don't like.
It's an annoying team.
I just don't like it.
Shaman Sky is a Batemon. Vezendipity's a Batemon. Mega Manetrix a Batemon. The Dunsparce is a Batemon.
At the very least, Shaman Sky is like fast and kind of strong.
And it can just win you some games. Like
it could potentially
discovered today, you can just win with flinch. It's true.
It is true. But also like even aside from that, it's like 127 speed and it's got like real special attack stats. So that's not even that bad.
Also, it comes with
Rapid
Seed Flare, right?
Yeah, I'm aware.
80% chance to drop special defense. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Harshly drop special defense.
Yeah, it's madness. The first grass type I'm afraid of offensively.
Yeah. Nice resist. Not anymore. It's gone. Thanks for playing.
On this draft, like, obviously you don't mind bringing Cyclozar with Rapid Spin, but I think that's your only hazard control, right?
Yeah, hazard control's not good. It's not good at all.
And, like, like, obviously Volcarona's going to be carrying boots, but it does feel quite bad if you get knocked off and you're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, and the knockoff answers are, like, I guess Tinglu can do it a couple of times. It gets to resist the rocks, and it resists the knockoff.
But we actually don't have that. And we've got resistance in Shifu, but Shaman Sky obviously hates it.
Yeah, like... We love not having rocks on our side, but our ability to keep them off isn't great.
Yeah.
The power is great. Power's superb.
Power's awesome.
Really hard.
And again, like our bulk is almost really good.
Let's pause for a second. Is that actually true?
We have a Shifu Rapid.
A Shifu Rapid, Volcarona special attack, Mega Manetrix special attack, high but can't boost.
Volk's initial clicks aren't that strong. With no like offensive item, it's like it needs a turn, right?
Yeah. It's still. I think the coverage it gets is enough to where it's still.
Yeah.
I think Shaman Sky is initially very powerful because
I don't think so. If you have like a glass resist that just like puts a covert cloak on, it doesn't do anything.
That's probably fair. Because like our next strongest move is like Air Slash, which is not that strong.
The covert cloak thing, though, I don't think that's the best bet into this team because we have a Tinglu to support that.
What does that have to do with it?
Spikes. If you're forced to put Covert Cloak on, you can't deal with the 12% you take from Spikes.
This team does like to hazard stack and to abuse the fact that they're incentivized to put like a Covert Cloak on their
Other teams can have good hazard removal.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah. And we don't really have a spin blocker or anything like that, do we? We don't have a ghost type.
Oh, if only we were free Terra Cress.
This is what I'm saying. This Dunsparce is really like this. Okay, here's my feeling with this team. I think this is like a 5 or a 6. I would be saying a 6 or a 7 if we had free Terra Cress.
Yeah.
This Dunsparce instead of the Cress is like really dragging this team down. Like it would be that Cress would do so much here, like defensively, and if it could do that much defensively, it would like support the rest of this team so much better. And as is, it's like I don't know how often we want to with all these like strong setup and offensive mons that we have. Why do we want like to be trying to make turns for Dunsparce to be setting up?
Yeah.
Why are we trying to do that? Because I don't see why else you'd have free Terra Dunsparce unless you were trying to get extra turns for coils and Carmines and stuff.
I do think with free Terra Cress, Shed Tail, like I think it's closer to an 8 than a 7, because
possibly
the Shed Tail pressure is so obscene.
The
Shed Tail
hazard
is a Quiver
issue
Volcarona.
is
Shed Tail is a Sword Dancer Shifu Rapid.
I can see it.
You've given them the turn.
Yeah.
They didn't have
I
to...
could even see like Shed Tail into this Cresselia.
Like
Cresselia like
Carmine.
that because you want something that where the sub isn't going to get broken, right?
Yeah.
And then with Terra Carmine and stuff, like it probably
Stored power. Like
yeah, exactly.
We've seen some teams without a dark type. Stored power will Crest stored power. You bring Cosmic Power Crest. That's still a strong button.
And it will probably still do that to somebody, but it's not. It could do it to so many more people if we had Terra Steel Cresselia. But yeah, I see the vision with the Dunsparce. I just don't think this was the time for it.
Sometimes you pick what you like, but unfortunately, it's dragging the draft down.
Yeah.
I'm saying
and
like
hey,
7.
I like this.
Yeah.
I don't want to use Cresselia. It's not a mon I would want to use.
You're wrong.
But I also would. And so I could understand giving the Terra to this Dunsparce, but I just wouldn't draft the Cresselia. Because it's not a mon I like. I think it's good, I just don't like it.
It's just
6 or 7 then, because I think we're.
I'm thinking 6. It's just, but I think a big part of that is just because I'm very annoyed about the Dunsparce.
Is there any chance I can push this down to 5? Because I personally just
No.
This is the Skinwalker one.
I would probably agree with Muse actually, but
what's in 5 right now?
Hold on. Our current 5s. Wait, do we have a 5?
Don't we have a 5?
I think we turned our 5 into a 4, so we could turn something else into a 3. Yeah, I don't think we have a 5 right now.
What's our 6? What's our current 6?
Our current 6s are the Grassy Terrain Victini team, and I believe that's it.
Do we think this is worse than the Victini team?
I think I prefer the Victini team. So actually,
okay, give it a 5 then. I think that's fine.
I think it's like pretty easily solved though. Like this is like change your Terra Captain.
Change your Terra Captain, and if you can, grab some extra removal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I also
this
just
becomes like super solid then, because like.
Yeah, because then you have to deal with Urshifu Rapid Strike and Shaman Sky, and that makes me want to shoot my computer.
The other thing I will say is, again, this is a team with 10 mons that are real. Every single one of these is fairly real.
Yeah.
That does, again, we've discussed, that doesn't really mean anything.
Alright, that rounds it out. I can't go to like a closed screen, so instead we're just going to switch over to the tier list. Please be the tier list 1. Yeah. Let's do my bookmarks again. There we go.
Okay.
All right, let's go through. Let's start from bottom up then, shall we?
What are the lowest points?
What's
what's the guy in our stenographer Moody?
Dratini and Rampados were our bottom ones. They were both at 3. Then it was Conkelders at 4, which was like the crazy Terra Captains, Speed Tears of Doom. Stop looking. Like you look at the Terra Captains and then you just like memory hole the rest of that team. Then we've got the I'm not saying the name, the last team we consulted. I will not lower myself to that. Then we've got the Victini one, which is like the album cover. Far right.
The one with the one that was cursing Brandon, the hexing in secret languages.
Not entirely sure what the name for that is. I don't know how to pronounce that, but it's.
What point did it get? Was it 6?
It got 6. Yeah, and then we've got like a bunch of 7s. So we've got the Geralt one's a 7.
Okay, real quick.
Yeah.
The album cover one should go down to C because I think we had a bunch of 9s. I think
yeah.
If there's this many 7s, we can differentiate some of the 7s. Okay, carry on.
The photo of the guy can go into B as well. That's also not Pep.
No, the other dude.
The other
not the
dude.
Nutita.
Not Pep.
Muses was a 7. And then the first one we did, the Credilli, was like 7.5 to 8, so that's probably at the top.
Yeah.
Our 8-pointers were the Mamoswines, and I think that's it. There's a lot of 9s.
Okay,
so we can row above and call it the best.
Yeah,
that's fine.
If we put the Latios team in the best, and then just put the rest in S or some shit, and then we can like just sift them down.
We can decide, which one we want to shove down. Who wants to?
Yeah, we'll drop one of the S's.
Yeah,
get shoved in a locker.
Okay. So who are the S's that we're considering? I think I'd immediately want to drop the Nihilego one down. I feel confident that the Nihilego is probably the weakest of those.
Yeah.
I agree with
that. Who was the stock image one again?
Stock image one is the Santa Fe Stallers with Quavo and Superior.
Yeah. It was like lacking immediate power.
I actually like that one less than the Nihilego one.
I think they could both drop.
We can drop both of them actually. Yeah, I'm happy with this.
Yeah, I think like the was it the Nihilego one that had Celesteela, or was that the Stallers?
Stallers had the Celesteela.
Yeah, I think the problem with that is like it's like good mons, but some of them are just like completely roll locked by the rest of your drafts, like issues. Like Celesteela's the big one, obviously. You really
you're not getting all you're paying for.
Yeah, because like I think you mentioned this in the gold one where it's like, yeah, it's still a good mon and it's all about like a different mon, but you would love to be able to use what actually makes it this price point.
Yeah, you'd love to flex it.
Yeah, currently you don't really have that privilege.
Like that Celesteela could be a Corviknight.
Yeah. Could be a Scarm. Like.
You're paying more for Corviknight that doesn't get that's because it's got offensive capabilities you're not using.
I mean, I imagine it's not a Corviknight because it was taken before them, maybe?
Possibly, or maybe we wanted it because we thought Celesteela was the better mon.
It is the better mon, but I don't know if it's the better fit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
This seems reasonable. This seems like...
I can't wait for people to tell us that actually, my team literally has the Dunsparce on it, so you've got to give it.
Look, the Rapido, you understand,
Typhlosion
was really important to round out
another tier down. Every time somebody says something like that, I'm telling them I'm putting it another tier down. Incidentally, I appreciate that they have the other people in the draft have no concept of who is talking when, like, they can't match the names to the accounts or whatever. So I am Big Stall, and I think you're draft.
Yo, I'm actually also Big Stall, and I think your draft sucks.
Guys, what is Leo's name in that server again?
The Humble
Chicken. There's a Humble Chicken. It's the Humble.
Yeah, I'm the Humble Chickens, and I
am going to say a slur.
I am going to. Yeah, I actually hate this entire server, and I think it's bad and smells. So yeah, and I don't care. I don't care if you know that.
Just what you should know.
Yeah. Okay, that's good stuff.
Okay, that should be
I'm
it.
Big Stall, and I think Coolsville sucks.
Yeah, I also think Coolsville sucks.
We can call that wraps there. It's actually a good time for me because in the game I just posted the fucking screenshot of that dumbass both missing Draco. I missed Draco 2 more times in that game. It's time for me to stop playing OU for the night.
Yeah,
that's the game telling you.
Hey guys, do you want to play Draft Doctor? Do you guys want to play Draft Doctor?
I want to go play Bed Doctor. I'm almost sleeping, guys.
Unlike last night, where I decided to piss away like 150 elo on like 9 consecutive games of the worst luck I've ever had. I got bad luck once. I'm still up 100 elo right now from where I started. I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead.
Yeah.
No, you have to keep playing. The house always wins.
The house in this case is Pokemon Showdown, you're right.
Guys, for a giraffe is a real mon, trust me.
Alright, before we start saying things we're gonna regret, let's call it here. Au revoir.
Good night, Moon.
See ya.